Hello, everyone. How's it going? Welcome back to another Watch with Nordic live commentary stream today. And we are back yet again commentating the Utah Mammoth and the Vegas Golden Knights with some special bonus content being featured here to start this one off. Puck drop is not for another 15 minutes. So we're not going to be doing the puck drop for another 15 minutes. Guess what we're doing here for these next couple moments? We're going to commentate the Sabres and Bruins game here until that one probably comes to a close, actually. So we'll commentate that here a little bit. Tage Thompson just scored to make it a 2-1 hockey game in favor of the Bruins. So we'll just hop right into the commentary for this one before we get into the preview of Vegas and Utah. Mattias Samuelsson now will play this one through center. Samuelsson broken up by Power here now on the right side. I'll just pull up the little stat here for you guys really quick, and we'll kind of roll along here. We'll do a little bit of this, a little bit of that. We'll commentate a little bit of this before we start with Vegas and Utah. 7:26 left to go here in the third period between the Golden Knights, or the Sabres and the Bruins. It is a 2-1 lead for Boston. Tage Thompson just scored the first goal for Buffalo in the Stanley Cup playoffs in over 15 years. Face-off here in the Buffalo zone is won back by Boston behind the net. Logan Stanley trying to grab that one down low in the corner. Josh Doan attempting to clear it now to center. Doan will drop it back then for Logan Stanley. Cross-ice pass to Connor Timmins, who will dump it down low into the Boston zone. Battling for it in the corner, Geeky. Peek as well there too with Benson. Trying to get that one loose. Zadorov will chip it off the boards then. Greenway will throw this one back to center. 6:50 left to go here in the third period. Geeky throws a pass up top, then to Kastelik. Broken up then by Norris. Stanley will carry it ahead now through center. Chips it back down low into the Boston zone. Jonathan Aspero now will take it for Boston through center. He'll dump it down low into the Buffalo end. Puck will slide back to center. Supper was good, Daniel. Supper was good. And for those who are just now joining us, we are going to commentate the rest of this game until Utah and Vegas starts. Just for the fun of it, maybe we'll get a goal clip in here to post on the channel. Battling for it down low in the corner. Zaka alongside Tuck. Thompson a rebound there in front. And that one's denied. Krebs up top to Dahlin. Rasmus Dahlin will fire it on. That one is blocked there by Krebs. Bates and Krebs. Thrown back up to center. Rasmus Dahlin now will regroup with it here for Boston. Bowen Byram will dump it down low into the Bruins' end. Lindholm battling forward now with Klebs. Roll line battering forward as well. Kept in by the Sabres. Dahlin fires it on. That one's blocked. Quinn a shot and gloved by Swayman. 5:39 remaining here in regulation. The Bruins lead the Sabres 2-1 here in the first game back in Buffalo in over 15 years. Pizza and beer? I had pizza. No beer for me, though, today. Thank you all for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. Subscribe down below if you're new. Again, for those who are just joining us and you're wondering, well, why the heck is he commentating this game? We're going to commentate this game until Vegas and Utah begins. And Vegas and Utah is not supposed to begin until about 10:20. So we're still about 10 minutes away or so from that game starting. Once this game is over, we will get to that game. So don't worry. We will get to Utah and Vegas here in just a moment. But thank you all so much for tuning in and being in the stream. It's greatly appreciated. Should be a fun game. Again, those two teams definitely going to battle it out. It's the only, it's the third of 4 series in the Western Conference to begin. Tomorrow, Oilers and Ducks is the last series to yet play a game. And we will be commentating that game as well tomorrow. 15 years is nuts for Buffalo. You're right about that. You are definitely right about that. It's been an absolutely insane couple of years for the Sabres without having playoffs there in Buffalo. We just barely missed the Tage Thompson goal, too. That would have been nice to get. I will drink beer? No. Not on stream. I don't even think I'm allowed to. I think I might get I think it's like a violation or something to drink alcohol on stream. Probably wrong, but all right, 5.5 minutes to go here in the third period between the Bruins and the Sabres. Faceoff is won by Boston. Lindholm ahead then for Fraser Minton. Chipped off the boards then by the Sabres. McLeod will dump it down low into the Boston zone. On the right side, trying to get that one was Kuznetsov. He will get it back to center then for the Bruins. Marat Kuznetsov carries it into the zone. Back over to James Higgins. Up top, Kuznetsov broken up then by the Sabres. McLeod carries it now back down the right side. Ryan McLeod with some room. 5 minutes to go here in regulation here in Buffalo. Owen Power dekes into the zone. Pass over then for Tage Thompson. Those who are just joining us, puck drop for Vegas and Utah is about 10:22 Eastern time. We are commentating a little bit of Boston and Buffalo here before we get started in that game later on today. 4:51 left to go, icing against the Bruins. Is the legal age still 21? Yes, it is. The legal age is still 21. Face-off here now in the Boston zone. It's been a huge game here for Jeremy Swayman. He's played absolutely incredible. Here's McLeod, a shot saved by Swayman as the puck slides down low into the corner. Pastrnak, cross-ice pass then for Lindholm. Lindholm will throw it now through center. Yes, I did, Todd. I did get it, Todd. I did get some good food. Had some pizza. Tuck. Cross-ice pass then to Samuelson. Samuelson fires on Swayman. He makes the Tuck in front. And they could not get that one through. Down low in the corner, Peak. Battling for it down low in the corner. Thompson fires it. He scores! Tage Thompson, his second of the night. And Buffalo has tied the game. Remarkable. And it's Bedlam at the bank. here in KeyBank Center. Little bonus clip there. Look at that. I can post that now. I'll take it. With 4:16 left to go in regulation. Tage Thompson ties the game for Buffalo. And as much as I would love to commentate that, we're not here for that. Maybe I'll put that game on the side of me. Puck is dumped back down low, then into the Buffalo zone. Stanley on the right side then for Shen, who will clear it to center. Boston now regroups with it here on the right side. 4 minutes to go in regulation. Tage Thompson, his second goal of the night in his first career playoff game. Kastelik up top then, shut on is blocked by Luke Conan, who makes the save, and some pushing in front. All right, 10 minutes here till the start of Utah and Vegas, but stick around, guys. Thank you all for tuning in. Subscribe down below if you're new. Like the stream as well. It helps out with the engagement. We're just commentating the rest of this regulation game for the fun of it. Oh, man, that arena looks absolutely electric. I think that whole arena's on their feet right now. It's got to be an incredible atmosphere for sure. No denying that whatsoever. Sorting out a couple of fights. For those who are just joining us, welcome. We will be live for Vegas and Utah once it starts. We're just commentating a little bit of Sabres and Bruins for fun. Got a nice little end to the, or a nice little bonus commentary clip that I can post on the channel. Tage frickin' Thompson, am I right? Yep. It's pandemonium. I've said that before, yeah. Penalties being assessed here to Buffalo. So 3:48 after some altercations between the Sabres and the Bruins. Man, this place is loud. This place is freaking loud, dude. Face off here now in the Buffalo zone. One back then by the Bruins. Bruins are battling for it down low behind the net. McLeod chips it off the boards to the right side then to Lindholm. Middlestat battling for it with Samuelsson in the corner. Here comes Buffalo now racing it through center. McLeod will dump it down low into the Boston end. McLeod on the right side, back over then for Quinn. Quinn up top. Samuelsson! He scores! Mattias Samuelsson! It's 3-2 Sabres! Oh my goodness, are you kidding me? It is madness here in Buffalo. Mattias Samuelsson from down 2-0. The Sabres have come back. It's 3-2. I was not expecting this at all. I was not expecting this at all. We're not even supposed to be doing this game. We're not even supposed to be streaming this game. Oh my goodness. Mattias Samuelsson puts it past Swayman. It's a 3-2 lead for Buffalo. And this place is absolutely nuts. Face-off one back then by the Bruins. 3:15 to go in the third period. The Sabres have made it a 3-2 hockey game. Luukkonen off the boards then for Fraser Minten. Up top, Zadorov. Zadorov fires it, and that one goes wide. Down low in the corner now, Jonathan Asperot. Up top, Zadorov. Fires that one on, and it goes wide of the Buffalo net. Oh my goodness, guys. I was not expecting this. We were supposed to be live for the other game. Here's Boston in their own end. 2.5 minutes to go. Pasternak back on the right side. Malenstein steals it back. Cleared back to Lindholm at center. Guys, do we commentate the rest of this game and then go to Vegas, Utah? What do you think? Should we commentate the rest of this game or should we just go over to Vegas and Utah? What do you guys want? Here's Lindholm on the right side. Back up top to Geekie. 2 minutes to go here in regulation. Keep an eye out for Jeremy Swayman. McAvoy over then for Geekie. Morgan Geekie now battling forward with Pavel Zatka. Puck is cleared back into the Boston zone. Charlie McAvoy with 1:56 to go. Back to Zacha. Zacha comes into the zone. That one is blocked. Battling forward now on the right side. Jack Quinn will chip this one off the boards back to center. You guys are saying yes, so we'll finish it up. Here's Lohrei down the right side for Boston. Lohrei with 100 seconds to go on the clock. We'll try and bank it up top. Middlestat on the right side. Empty net for Boston. Middlestat back down low. Cleared back up top. Middlestat and the Bruins are trying to cycle this puck. Sabres will pick it up. They'll try and go for the empty net. They miss it. On the right side, Thompson will clear back to center. And Tuck will go for the empty net. He hits it. Sabres will win game 1, and we are jumping over to Utah and Vegas here coming up. Sabres will win game 1. Empty net goal for Alex Tuck. And the Sabres will win that game 3-2. And that was a pretty good little bonus content there for you guys. You guys like that? You guys like that? And now it's time to hop into the main event. Utah versus the Vegas Golden Knights here live from Las Vegas. And we missed nothing. We didn't miss anything. So we commentated them tying the game, them scoring the go-ahead goal, and the empty net goal. Wow. We didn't really miss anything. Hey, look at that. I was so worried about missing the game. We didn't really miss anything. All right, national anthem coming up to a close here in Vegas. Thank you all for tuning in. Subscribe down below if you're new. Like the stream as well. We are getting ready to start our third and final commentary of the night, and it should be a good one. Alrighty, here we go. We have concluded the national anthems here in Las Vegas, and we are ready to start game 1 of round 1 between the Vegas Golden Knights and the Utah Mammoth. These two teams are finishing in very interesting spots. Vegas finished up at the first place spot in the Pacific Division, while Utah finished in the first wild card spot in the Western Conference. Starting goaltenders here as we break it down. Carter Hart is in net for the Golden Knights. 11-3-3, a 2.71 and a .891 this season. This is his first playoff start since 2020 with the Philadelphia Flyers, and the 15th of his career. On the other side, Karel Vizmelka making his first career playoff start with the Utah Mammoth. 38-20-3, a .897 with the Mammoth this season. It's a historical night here in Las Vegas. The start of maybe another playoff run for the Golden Knights, and the first ever playoff game for the Utah Mammoth. Mammoth the Knights, and we are underway. Faceoff is won back then by Vegas. They will dump it down low into the Utah zone. Vizmelka out of his own net to play this puck. Will throw it around to the right side. Hanifin battling forward down with Eichel. Keller trying to get this one loose. Mark Stone tries to keep that one in there on the right side. Utah will bank it back to center. Mitch Marner battling forward on the right side. Hanifin gets it back then for the Golden Knights. Cleared all the way back down low into the Utah zone. Sergachev will dump it right down the other way as soon as I say that. That'll be an icing at 19:28 against the Mammoth. Those who are just joining us, thank you all so much for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. Subscribe down below if you're new. Like the stream as well. It helps out with the engagement. Hope you guys enjoyed the bonus content here. Earlier, we commentated the Sabres' last 5 minutes. And man, that was a great decision for me to do, because if we didn't, we would have missed some great commentary calls for sure. Face-off coming up here now in the Utah zone. It's the fourth and final game here on the Stanley Cup playoff schedule tonight. Sergachev will try and poke check this one to center. He'll get it back into the Vegas zone. Getting it there on the right side is Shea Theodore. Chipped off the boards and stolen back by Utah. Here's Logan Cooley. Cooley over then to Yamamoto. Broken up then by Vegas. Howden battling forward with Yamamoto down low in the corner. Kaylor Yamamoto. Stolen back by Brett Howden. Golden Knights will clear it back to center. Intercepted then by Marino. John Marino now on the right side will dump it down low. Up top, Cooley a shot. Saved by Hart. Vegas will get it back now to center. They will clear it all the way back into the Utah zone. Marino over then for Logan Cooley. Cooley will regroup with it here on the right side. Gunther comes in, fires it wide of Hart. Good opportunity there. Barbashev, he'll loop this one now and regroup in his own zone. Barbashev battling forward with Michael Carconi. Carconi there as well, trying to get that puck loose here on the right side. Utah will move it to center. Kerfoot will dump this one down low into the Vegas zone. Here come the Golden Knights, who move it down the other way. Riley Smith, pass up top to Hurdle. Hurdle fires it, and that one goes wide of Vemelka. Thank you, Tarpool. I didn't know that. Here's Hurdle. Back down low behind the net then for Vegas. Rasmus Anderson. Over then for Noah Hannafin, who will clear it to center. Weegar. Cross-ice pass then's broken up. Battling forward is Kevin Stenlund, who will dump it down low into the Vegas zone. Golden Knights will clear it back the other way as soon as I say that. Off the boards now, Yamamoto ahead for Stenlund. Stenlund playing it back up to Tanev. Tanev battling forward on the right side then with Shea Theodore, who will get it back to center. Alexander Holtz. Cole Smith, not Holtz. Sorry, my bad. Holtz. Back over then to Dowd. Stolen back then by the Golden Knights. Utah will move it through center. Keller. Battling forward alongside Smith. A fast-paced start to this one here tonight. Here's John Marino. Off the boards then to Lawson Krause. Krause will chip it off the boards then to Keller. Keller to Schmaltz. Schmaltz will take it around then behind the net. Stone battling for it with Schmidt. He fires it on, and that one goes back down low to the corner. Keller intercepted by the Golden Knights. They will dump it all the way back down the other way, and that'll be an icing at 16:59 against Vegas. So it is the first time ever that the Utah Mammoth are playing in the Stanley Cup playoffs. Obviously, they were in Arizona for many years. They relocated. They started a brand new franchise, new history under the Utah name. And with that roster of Coyotes and then some, they find themselves back here in the Stanley Cup playoffs for the first time ever. Thank you, John. Face-off coming up here now in the Las Vegas zone. It's going to be Schmaltz taking the draw against Eichel. Face-off is won back then by the Golden Knights. McNabb will get it up to Eichel, who will carry it through center for Vegas. Eichel will dump it down low into the Utah zone. Schmidt behind the net then to Marino. Cleared back up to the point then. Hannafin dumps it around behind the net. Nate Schmidt will look for options here now. Keller throws a centering pass ahead then for Schmaltz. Nick Schmaltz battling for it then with Hannafin. Hannafin will take it back down low in the corner. Rasmus Anderson will chip this one off the boards and back to center. Dumping it down low then is Utah. Carter Hart. Back over to Anderson on the right side then Cooley. Intercepted by Pavel Dorofeev, who will chip it off the boards and back into the Utah zone. Weegar. Over there then for Gunther. Gunther back over to Sergachev. Logan Cooley now will take it into the zone. Cross-ice pass for Yamamoto was broken up and cleared back to center. Weegar. Back over then for Sergachev. Cooley carries it into the zone. Cooley up top to Gunther. A shot! Saved by Hart. Good chance there by Dylan Gunther, but a nicer save by Carter Hart. Cooley battling for it then on the right side with Dorofeev. Banked back to center. Yamamoto was knocked off that puck as it trickles back down low into the Utah zone. Kaylor Yamamoto then behind the Utah net. Mammoth will move it back to center. They'll dump it down low into the Vegas zone. Hard out of his net to play it. Pass up ahead then for Kolasar. Broken up by Durzi. On the right side, Peterka. Down low then for Kerfoot. Stolen back then by the Golden Knights. Hurdle. Cross ice pass for Korzak. He'll dump it down low into the Utah zone. Battling for on the right side then is Cole, who will chip it off the boards. And Utah will get it back to center. Braden McNabb throws it ahead then for Kolasar. Back over to Hurdle, a shot. Save there by Vejmelka. Puck is chipped all the way back into the Las Vegas zone. Jeremy Lazone back on the right side then for Theodore. Theodore will dump this one back into the Mammoth and Vejmelka out of his net to play that puck. Stenlund battling for it then with Lazone. Lazone will throw it down low, stolen back by Utah. Here they come with speed the other way. Brandon Tanev will chip it around Lazone, battling for it down low in the corner with Theodore. It's a fast game here tonight. Back and forth, up and down. Colton Sissons will dump it here into the Utah zone. On the right side now, Marino knocked off that puck by Dowd. Still battling for on the right side there is Stenlund. Nate Schmidt will get it back then for Utah. He will put this one to center. A 2-on-2. Stenlund fires it into the chest of Carter Hart, and he makes the save. And here comes the tenacity and the intensity that we expect in Stanley Cup playoff games. What a phenomenal start. Thank you all for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. Subscribe down below if you are new to the channel. We are now about 40 subscribers away from 5,800. We started off the day with less than 5,700, so it's been an incredible day. Thank you all so much for your support. Also, like the stream down below as well. We are at 15 likes already. That is greatly appreciated. Whew! What a start. Carter Hart is underrated. Hart, make all the saves you can, brother. We'll see, Ashman. He's done well so far. Shots are 3-1 here in favor of the Mammoth. The Utah Mammoth are coming out pretty hot here to start. And that's what you expected. Face-off coming up now in the Vegas zone. Eichel versus Schmaltz. Thank you, Ashman. I appreciate it. Off the draw now, it's one back by the Golden Knights. Eichel, over then for Hannafin. Down low in the corner now, Krause back to Schmaltz. Nick Schmaltz here behind the net for Utah. Tried to feed one there up top to the point, Krause. Intercepted by the Golden Knights. Here they come the other way, it's Marner with speed. Mitch Marner at the line, throws it down low into the corner. Eichel, trying to get it back then for Vegas, battling alongside Krause. Marner a shot, and that one goes just wide there of Vejmelka. Mark Stone, behind the net now here for Utah. Eichel, up top to Anderson. Anderson shoots it, and that one goes wide there as well. Behind the net then with that puck is Mark Stone, taken back by Clayton Keller. He's not played a lot of playoff games in his career. Here's Eichel, dips into the zone, broken up there by the Mammoth. Gunther with speed off the boards to Keller. He can't control the pass, and Vegas will regroup on their own end. McNabb. Back over then to Stone. Stone a shot. And that one goes off of Vejmelka and wide. Utah will chip it back to center. Mammoth will regroup now on their own end. Durzi. Over then for Cole, who will dump it down low into the Vegas zone. Already 7 minutes gone here in this one tonight. Cleared back to center then Gunther. Back over to Ian Cole. Cole will throw this one to center. Vegas recuperating with that puck. Durzi chips it off the boards. Vegas gets it back. Here they come. Howden into the zone. Fires it. Gloved by Vejmelka. First time in the playoffs, Utah, you are correct. And it seems like they're fitting right in, already getting into the physicality role here. We got 95 people here in the chat. Welcome, everybody, to the wonderful stream. Utah and Vegas, scoreless, here through about 7 minutes of play. Thank you all for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. Subscribe down below if you're new. Like the stream as well. It helps out with the engagement. You hate Marner and Utah as your team? Perfect series? It does sound like that. Oh, man. Wanted to stay scoreless as long as possible. Yeah, so the game goes longer, huh? Shots are 3-1 here in favor of Utah through about 7.5 minutes of play. Already a solid start. Utah looking fast out there on the ice immediately. They're starting to already pick up the pace, which is good to see for a first-time team in the Stanley Cup playoffs. Buffalo just pulled the rug out from under Boston for an answer in the third. Yeah, we commentated the tail end of that game. That was a great one. We did it as little like bonus content for those who were here. They both like overtime? They do. Expect 1 to 5 good Mitch games. Yep. All right, back here from commercial break here in Las Vegas. Thank you all for tuning in. It's been a fun day in the NHL here for scores around the NHL. 3 games have gone on. 3 of them have concluded. The Avalanche beat the Kings 2-1. That feels like a lifetime ago. The Canadiens beat the Avalanche 4-3 in overtime. And Buffalo just made a statement, scoring 4 goals in the third period to win the game 4-3 over the Bruins. I didn't even realize David Pastrnak scored in the last 8 seconds to make it a 4-3 game. Face-off coming up here now in the Utah zone. It's going to be Stenlund versus Eichel. The face-off is going to be a tie-up. They blow it dead due to a face-off violation. Stenlund versus Marner now as Eichel gets kicked out of the face-off circle. Marner will come in and join on the fun. Face-off here is won back by Utah. Shot on there by Vegas is denied by Bemelka. Almost piss break time. No, it's not. Stop it. Don't tell my bladder what to do. I had to grab a new case of water. I ran out of water. Face-off here in the Utah zone. It's Eichel taking the draw against Stenlund. Here's Kerfoot versus Eichel yet again. They just keep on kicking people out of the face-off circle. I agree, Michael. What's up, man? Kings didn't play too bad. I like the way they played. I think they'll win at least a game or 2. I think a lot of people thought it'd be very lopsided. They played well. Icing here against the Mammoth. So we will get another face-off. McDavid going to get a 5-point game tomorrow. We will see. And as crazy as you guys might think, for some of you who have been here all day and you're like, you got to be tired, Nordic, we're going to be live tomorrow too. And all this week. Every single day this week, we're going to be live for all the playoff games. Tomorrow is Philadelphia, Pittsburgh, and Oilers versus Ducks. Those are the 2 games we are doing tomorrow. Face-off here in the Utah zone. Won back by the Golden Knights. Anderson up top to Hannafin. On the right side now with it is Jack Eichel. Eichel behind the Utah net. Puts it in front. Jabbing at that puck on Vizmelka. He makes the save. Really just back and forth. Is the game over? No, the game's just started. Kings' best chance was today. You might be right. We'll see. They played well, though. Face-off here in the Utah zone. 12:26 to go in the opening period. We are still scoreless. Yeah, that game was sick, Quincy. It was awesome. We got to commentate the tail end of it here on the stream. It was incredible. Face-off here now, yet again in the Utah zone. It's McBain versus Eichel. Face-off is won back then by Utah. Sergachev will get it back to center. Tanev down low in the corner. Over then on the right side, Stenlund battling forward here. It's taken back by the Golden Knights. Here's Marner into the zone. Marner comes in, pass over, and it goes just wide. Great chance there for, I believe that was McNabb on that opportunity, but could not get the shot on. Here's Kevin Stenlund. Stenlund battling for it down low in the corner on the right side. Weegar tried to chip it off the boards. Eichel deeks around the right side. Marner up top. Hanifin, a shot. That one's blocked. What a block by Tanev. Anderson. Cross-ice pass then to Eichel. Eichel up top to Hanifin. Hanifin will throw this one down low behind the net to Mark Stone. Stone on the right side up top to Eichel. Eichel over then. Shot by Hanifin goes wide. Do I know if Mitch is playing center? I don't believe he is. Mark Stone battling for it then with Lawson Krause. Utah will get it to center. They will dump it down low into the Vegas zone. Shea Theodore behind the Vegas net. Theodore will chip this one off the boards for Kolasar. Kolasar will dump it down low into the Utah zone. No problem, Tarpool. Thank you. Here's McNabb. Back over then on the right side. Kolasar feeds it up for Hurdle. Intercepted by the Mammoth. Keller off the boards to Schmaltz. Broken up then by Vegas. Golden Knights will regroup here in their own end. Braden McNabb into the zone. Circles back around, intercepted by Gunther. Here's Gunther. He's got Cooley. He'll send it down low for Cooley. He couldn't get there in time. He gets tied up down low in the corner. Yamamoto feeds it up top then for Durzi. Durzi, a shot deflected in the air and out of play. Yeah, they play a very interesting system of hockey, Michael. I agree with that. They play a very interesting style of hockey. It's fun to watch. Whew. Shots are 3-3 here in this opening period. Thank you all for tuning in. Subscribe down below if you're new. Be sure to like the stream as well. It helps out with the engagement, brings more people into the wonderful commentary. Ugh. We are rolling. I don't even care if this is the sixth game we've done in the last 24 hours. This is awesome. Face off here now in the Vegas zone. Kerfoot will take the draw. It's against Howden. Carcone will come in there as Kerfoot was kicked out. Face off will try this again. It's one back by Vegas. Jeremy Lazone back to Korzak. Caden Korzak will try and clear this one back to center. Utah battling for it here on the right side then. Jeremy Lazone will bank this one off the boards and back down low into the Utah zone. Vejmelka over up then for Cole, who will dump it down into the Utah or the Vegas zone. That's an icing. And a big hit there by Ivan Barbashev down low on Ian Cole after he cleared that puck away. He could see him coming and he prepared for the hit. And boy, did he get slammed. Oh my goodness. There better not be overtime. I think I might cry. Face off here now in the Utah zone. It's going to be Howden taking the draw against Carcone. Face off is a tie-up now. It's one back by Vegas. Up top here, Dorofeev comes in, fires it, save by Vejmelka. He will cover that one up. God, I hope not. $10:09 left to go here in this opening period. Peterka took a stick to the face there from Pavel Dorofeev. Hopefully, Peterka's okay. They may look at this. See if this is a penalty, but I don't think so. The referees didn't really notice it. We'll play on. Face off here in the Utah zone. That's a missed one. It will be like 1 a.m. for me, but I'll commentate it. No crying in hockey. Yep. You got a good point, Bernie. You got a good point. Face-off coming up here in the Utah zone. It's one back by Vegas. Shot on there, denied by Vejmelka yet again. Karel Vejmelka having himself one hell of a game tonight. Already had to make some good saves. This is the 7th of the 8 series that is yet to start. Yeah, we're just getting warmed up. We'll be live all week. All week here on the channel. Face off in the Utah zone. It's one back by the Golden Knights. Anderson fires it on. That one's blocked. On the right side, Dylan Gunther will clear it back to center. Here's Cooley with speed. Logan Cooley back down low, tied up there by Hannafin. Puck in front, and Utah nearly got set up there again. Yamamoto battling for it in the corner then with Anderson. There as well as Dowd. Taken back then by the Mammoth. Up top here now, Marino. Trying to deke around Gunther. Right side then for Cooley. Logan Cooley trying to poke check that one. A huge hit there on Hannafin down low in the corner. Battling for this one on the right side. Vegas will get it back to center. Stolen back then by John Marino. Marino will clear it in there on Carter Hart. He will play that puck behind the net. McNabb on the right side. Braden McNabb will now hold it here in the Vegas zone. Cross ice pass then to Eichel. Jack Eichel here for Marner. Marner will dump it down low into the Utah zone. Sergachev chips it back to center. Krause off the boards, intercepted then by Vegas and dumped down low into the Utah zone. At center here now, Krause. Battling for this puck. It slides back into the Utah zone. Sergachev for Weegar. Up top then now with it is Eichel. He'll battle for it there with Schmaltz. Nick Schmaltz now will carry this one through center. Cross ice pass up to Schmaltz. Schmaltz fires it, saved by Hart. Vegas will clear that one away from the house and get it down the other way. Here's Clayton Keller. Here's Caden Korzak. Korzak will get this one back to center. Vizmelka will dump this one off the boards to the right side to Smith. Here's Stenlin the other way. Kevin Stenlin with speed. He's got some room. Fires it on Hart. He'll make the save. Thank you, right hand McGear. And now we get some physicality here in front of the Vegas net. Brandon Tanev getting into it with Jeremy Lazone, and things getting interesting here in Utah. Whew. Shots are 6-5 here in favor of the Mammoth. 8:05 left to go in the opening period. I'm assuming there's some penalties coming. And yeah, 2 minutes each for Tanev and Lazone for roughing. It looks like it'll be 4-on-4. All right, 4-on-4 coming up here in just a moment from Vegas. Thank you all for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. Subscribe down below if you're new. We are now 40 subs away from 5,800. Thank you all so much for your continued support. It is greatly appreciated. We have had just an incredible night here of commentaries. We started off around 3 p.m. streaming the Kings and the Avalanche. Went on from that to Tampa Bay and Montreal. And we commentated a little bit of Sabres and Bruins at the end. Got the last 5 minutes in. That was a great last 5 minutes too. And now we're on to this. It's been a fun day. And for those who have been with me all day, thank you. I've really enjoyed myself here tonight. Could not do it without you guys, though. Looking at the Oilers' schedule, and all 4 games are like 8 p.m. and the next 3 are 11 a.m. Yeah, they have some of the early games. So tomorrow's schedule, for those who are curious, obviously, again, we could not stream the Sabres and Bruins today, the entire game. I apologize for that. We will be live tomorrow. We'll be live Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. That's our schedule for the rest of the week. Tomorrow we are live for round 1, game 2 of Flyers Penguins, and round 1, game 1 of Oilers Ducks. So we will be live tomorrow as well. Yeah, that was fun. That was fun. I'm glad that the bonus content we covered there in Sabres Bruins was actually the best part of the game. Honestly. What's up, Janias? Yeah, wild stuff. All right, 4-on-4 coming up here in Vegas. Face-off coming up now in the Las Vegas zone. Oilers Ducks will be fun. Oh, yeah, it will. I'm very excited for that. Face off here in the Las Vegas zone. Loss was terrible for the Bruins. 3 goals in 5 minutes. Yeah, that has to suck. Definitely feeling for Boston for sure. They should bounce back. I had a feeling Buffalo will win game 1 just because it was that kind of game. Sergachev on the right side fires it on Hart. It'll go wide up top. Weegar. Back down low for Schmaltz. An unlucky bounce there for the puck. Down low behind the net. Dorofeev. Back over then for Brett Howden. Howden off the boards for Hanifin now. Anderson will move it through center. Anderson drops it back for Marner. Hanifin regroups now in the Vegas end. Off the boards, Howden then will drop it back for Marner. Mitch Marner through the neutral zone. Marner up top then to Hanifin. Cross ice pass to Anderson. A shot! That one's blocked in front. Cooley trying to get it back the other way then for Utah. Cooley trying to clear it to center. In front then Anderson. Being held out to the outside there by Marino. Here come the Mammoth the other way. Cooley into the zone for Utah. Cooley will regroup it. He'll drop it back then for Schmidt. Nate Schmidt back over to Cooley. Cooley up top. Backhand pass there is broken up by Vegas. Logan Cooley now will drop it back for Nate Schmidt, who will regroup in his own end. Sergachev gives it up then for Carcone. Cross ice pass then to Kerfoot. Kerfoot trying to deke around Theodore there on the right side. Intercepted then by Vegas. Eichel drops it back for McNabb. McNabb will give it back then for Shea Theodore, who regroups at his own end. 30 seconds to go on the 4-on-4. Stone gives it over then for Theodore. Theodore will deke it around now through center. Shea Theodore comes back into his own end now and waits for options. Now Noah Hanifin will move this one through center. Hanifin with speed. We'll take it down low into the corner. Cole on the right side, then back for Stone. Stone up top to Anderson, and we'll dump it around behind the net then for Barbashev. We are back to 5-on-5. Hanifin down low in the corner, chips it around. Vizmelka will play this puck. A big hit there by Barbashev on Dursey, and Mammoth will take it back the other way. Keller with speed dumps it down low into the Vegas zone. Krause fighting for it then with Lazone. Hurdle is there as well for Vegas. They try and clear. Utah keeps it in. Hurdle will get it right back, though, and hold it against the boards. Mammoth battling for that puck. They're showing tenacity. They're definitely moving the puck. They're being really aggressive here on Vegas for sure. Krause battling for it on the right side. Then puck will slide all the way back into the Vegas zone. About 5 minutes to go here in this opening period. Here's Peterka into the zone. Fires it on Hart. And he makes the rebound in front. Carcone a chance. And he cannot get that one right there in time. Kerfoot down low in the corner then for Hanifin. Hanifin over then for Smith. Cross ice pass then for Kolasar. Kolasar grabs it down low in the corner. Keegan Kolasar battling for it then with Peterka. Here's Dowd. Throws it in front, jabbing at that puck. And taken away then by the Mammoth. Alexander Kerfoot will dump this one down low. A couple bodies clashing there in front of the benches. Down low in the Vegas zone, Shea Theodore sends a pass through the ice all the way back into the Utah zone. It's deflected, so no icing. Sergachev off the boards, cross ice pass then into the zone. Tanev, Chris Tanev with speed, gets knocked into the corner there by Lazone. Sorry, Brandon Tanev, let me correct myself. Dursey in the corner battling for it then with Stenlund. Stenlund on the right side then, stolen back by Vegas. Here's Eichel now through center. Eichel will dump this one here in on Vizmelka. He'll throw it back away to center. Stenlund with some room, kind of fumbles the puck there a little bit. Vegas will grab this one back down low. Eichel through center. Jack Eichel will try and dump that one down low. It's intercepted by Utah. Now Theodore regroups with it. Theodore back over then for Howden. Here's Cooley. One on the breakaway. Cooley loops it back around. Up top then Dursey. Pass over then for Gunther. A shot. He fumbles the puck. Oh my goodness. Cooley should have just shot it on the initial chance. Here comes Vegas the other way. And an offsides against the Golden Knights. 3:28 to go here in this opening period. Yes, Tortorella is the coach of Vegas. A really big collision course going on right now. Durzi getting into it with Barbashev down low. Anderson down low. Oh, my Lord. It's only the first period of game one. Hannafin getting into it with Yamamoto. And Durzi's bleeding. He's got some blood coming down his face. Oh, my goodness. Not calm tonight, John, that's for sure. Blood on Sean Durzi's jersey. And he's talking to Anderson on the other side. Oh, the tensions are boiling, that's for sure. Shots are 7-6 here in favor of Utah. The referees will conglomerate. Thank you all for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. Subscribe down below if you're new. Like the stream as well. It helps out with the engagement, brings more people into the wonderful commentary. What a day. What a day for day 2 of the Stanley Cup playoffs. We have a lot to talk about in the recap tonight. That's for sure. There's another water bottle. Opinion on the Habs game? They played phenomenal. That was a fun game to watch. Slavkovsky, absolutely incredible. He played awesome. Gotta go watch the Sabres highlights. Never cared much for Tortorella or his mouth. Fair enough. Referees are talking here. We'll see if there's any power plays or anything assessed. There's John Tortorella. Cole Smith getting treatment there on the Vegas bench. And things are already heated here. Again, we knew that these two teams did not like each other. And this stems back to back when they were in Arizona, too. They did not like each other when they were the Coyotes. Remember we saying Slav was a bust after the draft? Really? How many years ago was that? Was that 4 years ago? It's irrelevant because I was a freshman in high school. I didn't know anything that time. I think at the time we all thought that Shane Wright would be better than Slavkovsky. I was optimistic, but man, pretty much everybody but Habs fans were wrong on that. And to his credit, like I like Slavkovsky. I think he's a very fun player. I really enjoyed him in the Olympics this year, and here are the penalties. So some roughing calls here against the Golden Knights and the Mammoth. It looks like it's going to just be 4-on-4. 4-on-4. This is good for the Oilers that Vegas and Utah will beat each other up, so next round will be easier. Yeah. I miss the Coyotes too, Quincy. Me too. 3:28 left to go here in this opening period. Mammoth and Golden Knights are scoreless, but definitely not scoreless in the penalty box. If sportsbooks were right, they let Mammoth win game 1. We'll see, Crimson. We'll see. Thank you all for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. Subscribe down below if you're new. Like the stream as well. It helps out with the engagement, brings more people into the wonderful commentary. Oof. What a start to tonight. Thank you all so much for being here and tuning in. Says on my screen that Utah is going to get a power play. here to start this one off. We'll see if that's accurate. I'm not 100% sure if that's true, but we'll find out. So I think Utah is going to get a power play here off of the pushing and shoving after the whistle at 3:28 in the opening period. So Utah looks like we'll get the first power play of the game here tonight. And taking a look at these two teams and their overall stat line here, Utah's power play was 20% success rate. That's an 18th overall in the NHL this past year. But does that translate over into the playoffs? We'll find out. Face-off one back then by Vegas. Chip back up top. Then Utah keeps it in the zone. Circuit Gunther, a shot saved by Hart. Immediately off that draw. Diehard Bruins fan, and they got nothing. Actually saw Oren Park on the point together after the trade, really. 4-on-3, nah, 5-on-4. 5-on-4. Sorry, I forgot to do that real quick. Let me put on the Mammoth power play icon. Face off in the Golden Knights zone. It'll be Dowd versus Cooley. Kicked out of there is Cooley. Coming in now is Schmaltz. Now it'll be Schmaltz versus Dowd. Face off is won back by Utah. Sergachev to Schmaltz. Pass is blocked there as it slides all the way back into the Utah zone. Sergachev in his own end for Utah. Back up to Cooley, who loses the puck. Vegas will backhand it down low into the Utah end. Vejmelka to Sergachev. Back over then to Carcone. Sergachev to Schmaltz. Here's Nick Schmaltz through center. Schmaltz over then for Cooley. Cooley up top to Sergachev. Cooley on the right side, broken up then by the Bruins. And here come the Golden Knights the other way. Shot on there, saved by Vejmelka. I read Taco's comment, and for some reason I said the Bruins. Here's Cooley. Back up top to Schmaltz. Taken back by Sergachev. A shot, save, rebound. Guy Gunther. Denied by Hart. And the Golden Knights scrambling for that puck. Battling for it in the corner. McNabb will backhand this one to center. Sergachev will now regroup with it here for Utah in their own end. Mikhail Sergachev will drop it back then for J.J. Peterka. Peterka down the right side for Utah. Peterka will carry it into the zone behind the net. Throws it up top to Keller. Keller down low to Peterka. Peterka to Keller at the point. Clayton Keller over then for Weegar. A shot. That one goes wide back down low behind the net. Kerfoot to Peterka. Up top Keller. 20 seconds to go on the power play. Keller to Weegar. Back over then to Peterka. Intercepted by the Golden Knights. They will bank this one all the way back into the Utah zone. Time winding down here on the Utah man advantage. 3 seconds to go. Krause carries it into the zone. He'll deke around there, gets knocked off that puck, and we are back to even strength. Braden McNabb off the boards, then Marner back to center. 2-on-2 for the Golden Knights. Smith will gain the line. Drop back then Lazona shot. That one is denied there by the Mammoth. Here comes Utah the other way. Schmidt for Stenlund. Back on the right side. Tanev battling for it. Stolen back then by the Golden Knights. Here's Howden. The other way now with speed. Howden will give it back then for Marner. Marner a shot. Saved there by Vejmelka. Last minute of play here in the opening period. Barbashev down low. Hurdle a drive. And that one's denied there as well by Vejmelka. Shots are 9-8 here with 45 seconds to go. Can't type for some reason. Who will be the winner? I think Utah wins game one. I think the Mammoth will win game one. Whew. Let's go Utah. Face off here in the Utah zone. Hurdle versus Cooley. They're going to kick Cooley out of the face-off circle. Now Yamamoto will come in against Hurdle. What's up, Rex? I know, right? Crazy start to these playoffs. Face-off here in the Utah zone. Yamamoto versus Hurdle. Face-off won back by Vegas. Anderson a shot into the chest of Vejmelka. All right. Ugh. Next water of the day. Face-off coming up here now in the Mammoth zone. We got 150 people here in the chat for this first period. That is awesome. Face-off won back by the Mammoth into their own zone. Battling for on the right side there is Barbashev alongside Cole. O'Brien trying to clear that one to center. At the point then, Hannafin. Right side, Smith a shot. That one is blocked in front. Hurdle up top to Anderson, a drive. And that one goes wide. Utah will bank this one ahead, 2-on-2. Cooley down the right side. He'll spin it back around. Cooley looks for options. 15 seconds to go. Peterka, Schmidt to Cooley. He scores! The first goal in the playoffs for Utah. Logan Cooley. And it's the first of his career. It's 1-0 Mammoth. Logan Cooley, his first career playoff goal and the first goal for Utah. Wow. $162 people here in this commentary tonight. Logan Cooley just scored with 11 seconds on the clock. It's Cooley from Schmidt and Kraus. And it's a 1-0 lead for the Mammoth with just over 10 seconds to go here in this opening period. Theodore will dump this one all the way back down the other way, or at least he'll try to. Shot there on Carter Hart. He'll make the save. Plays it around behind that, and that will do it for period number 1. Logan Cooley, the first ever goal for Utah in the Stanley Cup playoffs. And the Mammoth lead 1-0 after 20 minutes of play. That being said, folks, it is intermission time. Go get a snack. Go get a drink. Do what you got to do. We will be back for period number 2 momentarily. This is the countdown till the second. Wow, what a goal by Logan Cooley. Oh man, I got to pull up the streamer on my computer because we got some commentary clips to do. This game isn't reaching 7 goals. When you look at playoff teams, do you look at who's better, power plays or the goalies? I think it's you can look at both, to be honest with you. Both are a good measure of it. Goalie is the equivalent of pitching? Yes, you are correct. In terms of like baseball and stuff, yes. Comparing that to a baseball pitcher for sure. Baseball pitcher has more value, though. And I will say this, too. Baseball, it feels like that's more built for the pitcher. Hockey feels like it's more built for the offense and the goals and stuff. It is impossible for it to be a tie. It is not possible for it to be a tie, AK. Hot goalie is like a dominant pitching rotation. You are correct. You are correct on that. All right. Thank you all for tuning in. Subscribe down below if you're new. Like the stream as well. It helps out with the engagement, brings more people into the wonderful commentary. What a start to tonight's stream. That was fun. Oh, man. I don't even care if I have to be up. Yeah, if I have to be up early tomorrow. Yeah, it's not possible for it to be a tie. Not possible for it to be a tie. If it's a tie after 60 minutes, we will go to overtime until there's a goal scored. Oh, in regular time? Then yes. If you mean like through 60 minutes, yes. That's possible. But that means we'll go to overtime. It's all good. He doesn't know. It's all good. Thought the score was 9-8. Yep, it's 9-8 Utah. No problem, AK. Get that one through. Down low in the corner, peek. Through. Down low in the corner, peek. Battling low in the corner. For it down low in the corner. Thompson fires it. Battling for it down low in the corner. Thompson fires it. He's battling for it down low in the corner. Thompson fires it. He scores. Tage Thompson. It's a rough one, but it's worth it, huh? Let's freaking go, Mammoth. Knock out the bad boys. Yep. Game. Remarkable. And it's Bedlam at the bank here in KeyBank Center. Longest OT playoff game in NHL history? Oh, I don't even remember. Wasn't it against like the Red Wings and the it was like against the Red Wings and the Maple Leafs, right? It was back in like 1940 something, I think. It's been a long time. We've had a couple of like 5 overtime games and all that. I think there was a 6 overtime game, like Taco's saying. Yeah, we've had a couple of those for sure. Thank you all for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. Subscribe down below if you're new. Like the stream as well. We have crossed over the 1,000 view mark here on this commentary stream. Thank you all so much for that. All right. 6 OT, Detroit versus Montreal Maroons. Oh, my Lord. The Maroons. What a time to be alive. That was certainly quite a time. Leafs Bruins was also 6 and 93. I don't even know, or 33. I don't even know if we've had a couple of 5 overtime games between then and now, but I don't know if we will ever see one of those again. Keller bound to make a goal or an assist, calling it. You're right on that. You are right on that. All right. Am I from Utah? I am not. I am from Pennsylvania. I'm a Utah fan, though. I like the Mammoth. I'm a big Mammoth guy. All right, perfect. That is done. I'm from Dallas. Yep. Need a scoreless second period or only a goal or two? Yeah. Yeah, pretty good group of guys. It's a great chat. Love my chat. All right. Shots are 11-9 through 20 minutes of play. So if the Kings play at home at 8 p.m., it's 10 p.m. in PA. It's 11 p.m. in PA. 11 p.m. in Pennsylvania. I've done a couple 11 p.m. games. They're brutal. Here in PA, they're brutal. Late start for my streams. Yeah. Sometimes they do well though when it's a late night like that. Sometimes they do well. They're getting progressively better, for sure. No debating that. Yeah, I know. It was an absolutely nuts game there in Buffalo. Goosebumps is right. Goosebumps is certainly right. It's 11:18 in Quebec. Real talk, I got confused with the Dallas hockey guy. Yeah, I know Grav. Grav and I are friends. Or friends through YouTube. Yeah, I get it. Usually it's like once or twice every year I always get a comment where I say that I look like Grav. I'm most definitely not Grav. I've never met Grav. Either. I have never met him. Hockey is blown up here. Jerseys, attire everywhere. Love it. Oh, yeah. We love Utah. Don't listen to her, guys. Nobody go to bed. Cooley down the right side. He'll spin it back around. Cooley looks for options. 15 seconds to go. Paterka, Schmidt to Cooley. Cooley on two. Back around. Cooley looks for options. 15 seconds to go. Paterka, think under 6.5 is a chance. Potentially. The first goal. Paterka, Schmidt to Cooley. He's 2 seconds to go. Schmidt to Cooley. He scores! The first goal in the playoffs for Utah. Logan Cooley. And it's the first of his career. Thank you, Todd. As always. I appreciate you, man, being in all the streams. It means a lot. Thank you all for tuning in. Subscribe down below if you're new. Like the stream as well. We got about 5 minutes here till the start of period number 2 between the Mammoth and the Golden Knights. Stick around, folks. The fun is not over yet. Two on two. Cooley down the right side. He'll spin it back around. Cooley looks for options. 15 seconds to go. Paterka, Schmidt to Cooley. He scores! The first goal in the playoffs for Utah. Logan Cooley. And it's the first of his career. It's 1-0 Mammoth. Got Cooley for 10 years. That's what's up. Damn right. I'm hyped for Cooley. He's so much fun to watch. Such a great player.
Something that the NHL can easily fix. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below and follow for daily hockey videos. Did this play from Game 1 of the Carolina Hurricanes and Ottawa Senators series have a lot of fans upset? It was originally called a goal on the ice by the ref. It was reviewed and then eventually called no goal. But in my case, I just think it can be easily avoided. And the thing with it too is that this has been an issue in the NHL for a very long time. Whether a puck fully crosses the goal line in some situations.
Utah is sneaky good. They seem to just stick around. Really quality organization to start. Oh, yeah. Those pesky Mammoth. Paterka leaves Buffalo and they explode. He landed on a good squad, though. Yeah. Kind of a win-win trade. Everybody said it'd be like a lose-lose. It seems like everybody won that trade. Hey, Cadence with the $1 dono. Shout out, Cadence. Thank you. Appreciate it, guys. Thank you all for the donations. It means a lot. They are never expected, but they are certainly greatly appreciated. Hey, Cadence with the $1 dono. Shout out, Cadence. Thank you. Appreciate it, guys. Thank you all for the donations. It means a lot. They are never expected, but they are certainly greatly appreciated. All right, period number 2 coming up here in just a moment, guys. Cooley, that is his second goal in a live commentary stream. Update the all-time stat sheet here super quickly. Nate Schmidt with a goal there as well. Alrighty, everyone, let's get ready for the start of period number 2 between the Vegas Golden Knights and the Utah Mammoth. First period recap, goals were scored by Logan Cooley to make it a 1-0 lead for Utah after 20 minutes of play. Taking a look at your stats through 20, shots are 11-9 in favor of Utah, face-off 61%. In favor of Vegas. Power plays, Utah 0 for 1. Vegas yet to have a power play tonight. Hits are 20-14 Vegas. And block shots are 7-4 in favor of Utah. Period number 3 coming up here live from Las Vegas, Nevada. Thank you all so much for tuning in. It is greatly appreciated. All right, second period between the Mammoth and the Golden Knights, and we are underway. Face-off is won back then by Vegas. Here they will hold it in their own zone. Utah trying to break this one now through center. Keller over then for Schmaltz. Schmaltz tried to back one, that one on a heart. Sergachev fires it there. That one's denied. Lawson Krause clears it back down low into the corner. Here's Eichel. Cross-ice pass to Anderson. Rasmus Anderson will dump it down low into the Utah zone. Battling for it on the right side then is Sergachev. Sergachev over then for Krause. Krause will clear it back to center. Eichel takes it back then for Vegas. He'll get around the D. Poke checked away there quickly. And now Utah will dump it back down low into the Vegas zone. Braden McNabb off the boards then for Theodore. Theodore will dump this one all the way back down low into the Utah zone. It goes in there for an icing. Hey, Rex, what's going on, man? It's yet again another dono train here. Hope the rest of the playoffs are as wild as these opening weekend games have been. Peacocky happening around the clock. You're damn right, Rex. Thank you for tuning in, bro. I appreciate it. Thank you for the donation. $670 over the entire season. That's nuts. Face off here in the Vegas zone is going to be Cooley taking the draw then against Eichel. Face off one back then by the Golden Knights. McNabb off the boards, get it back to center. Yamamoto drops it back for Schmidt. Chip back here into the Vegas end. Theodore on the right side, back to Yamamoto. Yamamoto in front then for Cooley is broken up. Logan Cooley up top then. Here's Marino to Schmidt. A shot saved by Hart. Rebounds in the crease. They jab at that puck. And it comes away. It's not too bad, Isaac. You can hear the cheers. They definitely seem a little bit out of it since Utah was the first one to score. Here's Jack Eichel. He'll backhand that one down low into the Utah zone. Schmidt over then to Armia. Through the neutral zone now, Logan Cooley with speed. Cooley broken up then by 2 Golden Knights as he held against the boards there. Up top, Carcone fires it, saved by Hart. Carter Hart's played a good game here so far. Kolasar dumps it back to center. Dursey chipped off the boards then. Vegas will dump it back down low. That was definitely an offsides. Lazone back over then to Kolasar. Battling for it then on the right side, trying to get that one free as Howden off the boards for Smith. Riley Smith into the zone, shot on there, saved by Vimelka. Kolasar battling for it then on the right side, taken back then by Utah. Paterka trying to grab that one at center. Anderson steals it right back for the Golden Knights. Hurdle battling for it then with Dursey. Here's Kerfoot who will bank this one off the boards. Anderson battling for it down low now in the corner. It's cleared all the way back to center. Hannafin on the right side then for Smith. Smith to Hannafin now, who moves it through center. Hannafin will dump it down low here into the Utah zone. Behind the net now with that puck. Cole battling forward with Riley Smith. Sergachev here on the right side. Ian Cole will dump this one back to center. Vegas will get it back. Here's Dowd. Dowd comes in, fires it, it deflects up in the air. And out of play at 16:52. Already off to a great start here in this second period. Always love the Sabres jerseys. Pat Montfontaine, yeah. Love the Sabres goat heads. They're goated. No pun intended. Face off here in the Utah zone as a tie up. Vegas wins it. They try to backhand one on Vejmelka. Taken back then by Clayton Keller. Keller battling for on the right side, then chipped off the boards by Dowd. Down low now, Schmidt battling for it. Cross ice pass. And Vegas will dump it down low into the Utah zone. Shots are 14-10 in favor of the Mammoth. Battling for it here down low in the corner. Schmaltz fighting alongside Sergachev. Vegas trying to clear this one up top. Theodore, right side to McNabb, a shot. Denied their front rebound's over. It's in the crease. They score. Colton Sissons tucks the rebound past Vejmelka. And the Golden Knights have tied the game. It was stuck right there on the crease. Colton Sissons tucks it there on the rebound. And the Knights have tied it up. And yeah, there was plenty of traffic there in front of Vejmelka. The puck slided just wide as Vejmelka could not control it. And Vegas, with Colton Sissons, tucked it into the back of the net. We are tied at 1. So I wonder, could they try and challenge this? They will not. Never mind. Face-off one back then by the Mammoth. Schmidt will get it back to center. Cleared down low then. Cooley battling forward with Eichel. Off the boards then to center. Utah regrouping with it now on the right side. Schmidt plays it up ahead then for Gunther. Stolen back by Eichel. Eichel into the zone. Fires it. Saved by Vejmelka. Jack Eichel down low behind the net. Stolen back by Schmidt. Utah will get it back to center. Kaylor Yamamoto. Stolen back then by the Golden Knights. Anderson off the boards to center. Nate Schmidt battling for now on the right side. And a whistle blown dead here for a high stick. Face-off will come at center. Assist on that Colton Sissons goal are Cole Smith and Braden McNabb. And Vegas has tied up the hockey game, as we expected. Think this is going to be a 3-2 game? We will see, bro. We shall see. Face off here outside of the Utah ends. One back by the Golden Knights. They will dump it down low into the Utah end. Tanev will backhand this one to center. Eichel. Back over then to Dorofeev. Dorofeev will dump it down low. Then on Vejmelka goes just wide. Cole below the line. Puck will slide back down low into the Vegas zone. Here's Lazone fighting with Tanev. Stolen back then by the Golden Knights. Kolasar will carry it here now through center. Kevin Stenlund battling for it on the right side then with Hurdle. Dursey dumps it down low into the Vegas end. Harder doesn't have to play a pass down low. Shot save there. It's in the net. How did that happen? What the heck just, what just happened? What the heck just happened? I think it was J.J. Peterka that gets the goal, but the Mammoth have tied the game, or Mammoth take a 2-1 lead. What the hell just happened? Oh my goodness. Off of Hart, Korzak into the back of the net. That went off of Korzak's face. Oh my goodness. It's 2-1 Utah. Oh my goodness. Puck slides in there on Vejmelka. He makes the save at 14:46. What on earth just happened? J.J. Peterka off of a weird bounce makes it a 2-1 lead for Utah. And that's common. That's common. That happens sometimes. Went off of his face and into the back of the net. Oh my goodness. Wow. Right into the back of the net there. It looks like the goal will be credited to somebody. I'm not sure who, though. I don't think it's Peterka. It's Kevin Stenlund who will get the goal. Battling for it down low in the corner, Kerfoot. Fighting here with Theodore. Will chip it off the boards to center. Puck will slide back into the Utah zone. That is an icing here against the Golden Knights. Doubleheader on ESPN tomorrow, and on our page, we have Flyers and Penguins, followed by Ducks and Oilers. That is both tomorrow here on the channel. It should be a very fun day of hockey here tomorrow. Looking forward to it. Face-off one back then by the Golden Knights. They will clear it all the way back down low into the Utah zone. Nate Schmidt now behind the net, battling for it down low. Barbashev throws a pass up top. Anderson waits, fires it. That one's blocked through the crease. Barbashev jabbing at that puck. It'll slide all the way back into the Vegas end. On the right side, Mark Stone battling for it then with John Marino. And a delayed offsides call here against the Golden Knights. Utah will take advantage. They'll dump it down low into the Vegas end. Shots now 16-14. They lead 2-1. It's Kevin Stenlund who gets credited with the goal from Sean Durzi and Ian Cole. What a weird bounce that was. Sergachev at the point will tip it down low here into the Vegas end. Krause down low in the corner, battling for it with Anderson. Here's Jack Eichel. Battling for it then with Stone. Grabbed back then by Hannafin, ahead for Stone, through to center to Eichel. Eichel, 1-on-2, up top Stone, pass over, broken up, and Yamamoto will send it the other way. Here's Cooley with Gunther. Cooley into the zone, pass over then for Yamamoto, could not get it on a stick in time, fires it though, and it goes wide. Weegar dumps it around behind the Vegas net. Puck nearly trickles up to Carter Hart there. It's taken back then by the Golden Knights. They will move it through center. Stone will regroup. He'll dump it down low into the Utah end. Cole Smith battling for it then down low. Gunther back over then for Cole. Cole off the boards to Yamamoto to center. Shea Theodore will hold it here in the Vegas zone. 12.5 minutes to go in the second period. Puck will trickle back into the Utah end. Tanev battling for it. Yamamoto trying to get that one loose. Colton Sissons behind the Utah net. Nick Dowd battling for it down low here with Cole. Durzi is there as well. Smith below the line then to Sissons. Colton Sissons battling for it down low with Tanev. Durzi off the boards then for McBain. Grabbed back by Smith. Down low, tipped in front. It goes above Vejmelka. And Utah will clear to center. It will not be enough for an icing. Vegas will regroup now on their own end. About 8 minutes gone here in this second period. Schmidt off the boards ahead then for Kerfoot, trying to poke check that one through. Peterka battling for it then with Smith. Carcone trying to throw that one down low as well. Puck will slide all the way back into the Utah zone. Schmidt for Kerfoot. Kerfoot off the boards then for Peterka. Battling for it on the right side. Carcone trying to get that one back. It trickles all the way down low into the Utah zone. Vegas will get it back. Smith in front. And nearly tying it was Hurdle, but it went just wide. Here's Smith up to the point. Fumbling that puck there was Hannafin. Poke check by Carcone, who battles for it on the right side. And stolen back by the Golden Knights. Here's Smith over to Hurdle. Hurdle down low, tried to fire a shot on. That was blocked. Theodore fires it again. Denied by Vejmelka. 10:56 left to go here in period number 2. We are nearly through the mirror point. We are nearly through the midway point of this one tonight. 2-1 Utah. Thank you all for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. We are a little bit over 30 subscribers away from 5,800. Thank you all so much for your support today. It's greatly appreciated. Been out of the bet game for years. I don't bet either. Never been a big betting guy, to be honest with you. Never really been my thing. Oh, man. What a game. Still in commercial break. Shots are 16-15 in favor of Utah. Betting on the Golden Knights right now. Nice. People hate these first round brackets, but they're phenomenal. Yep. You're right about that. Oh, okay. Face-off coming up here now in the Utah zone. 10:56 to go in the second period. Face-off won back by Utah. Cooley off the boards then for Gunther. Gunther will carry it into the zone. Now Shea Theodore regrouping for me right now. Here's McNabb. Cleared back to center. Dumped down low then into the Utah zone. Vimelka battling for it in the corner. Dorofeev fighting with Schmidt. Howden's battling for it there. What's up, Christine? How we doing? Here's Logan Cooley now through center for Utah. Carcone into the zone. He's got some room. Throws it through the crease of Carter Hart. Sergachev down low. Cooley a shot. Denied. Rebounds there. Off the post. Oh, man. Yamamoto nearly made it a 3-1 game. But the puck will slide down the other way. Draisaitl's playing game 1. Puck is dumped into the Vegas zone. It'll be an icing at 10:03 against the Mammoth. Utah is leading. They are leading 2-1. I'm doing good, Christine. Little tired. It's my 3rd stream of the day. 6th stream in the last 24 hours. Face off now in the Utah end. Only bet on stuff you have good odds on. Face off here in the Utah zone, won by the Mammoth. Cleared back to center. Eichel drops it back down low then for Anderson. Anderson off the boards will throw it down low into the Utah end. Schmaltz on the right side then. McBain back over to Schmidt. Schmidt will clear this one back to center. Down low into the Utah in the Vegas zone for an icing at 9:40. How many games do I watch a day? I try to watch at least one game a day during the regular season. In the playoffs like this, I'm watching every game. In the playoffs like this, I'm watching every single game. There's John Tortorella. First playoff appearance in 6 years. Last time he was in the playoffs was back in 2020. For the Columbus Blue Jackets when he was coaching Columbus. Since then, he went to Philadelphia, coached there for a little bit. Vegas will bank it back to center. Then Schmidt battling for on the right side. Stenlund. Down low for Marino. Off the boards to center. Tanev try to get around Kolasar. Off the boards, Vegas will backhand it down low into the Utah zone. Shots are 19-15 in favor of the Mammoth. Cleared back to center. Vegas will chip this one off the boards and back down low. And a whistle blown dead for an offsides against the Golden Knights. What's my prediction for the final score? I think Utah wins 3-2. 3-2 will be my pick. And we will step aside here yet again. 2-1 from Vegas in favor of Utah. Take Dallas money line tomorrow, but small bet. Take the robo point. If I don't win, I can buy salads. I need those too, man. All right, let me take a look at my stats here. Thank you, Raymond. We got 170 people here in this live commentary. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. Go Vegas, Golden Knights to win. We will see, bro. All right. Still a 2-1 lead here for Utah. As always, thank you all so much for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. If you're wondering what our commentary schedule will be for this series, we will be live for Game 3. That is the only one coming up to my knowledge. We will also be live for Game 4, depending on what time that is. So we'll be live for Games 1, 3, and 4 in this series. At least that's what I see here on my numbers here. Face-off coming up now. Outside of the Las Vegas zone. It'll be Sissons versus Carcone. 11 minutes gone here in period number 2. Face-off is a tie-up. It's one back then by the Mammoth. Cole off the boards of Peterka. It is 11:47 where I'm at right now. Carcone. And the puck goes up and out of play. They will blow that play dead. Yep, 160 people in here. Thank you all so much. Face-off coming up here now in the Las Vegas zone. It's Dowd versus Kerfoot. They're going to kick Dowd out. Now it's Sissons versus Kerfoot. Face-off is a tie-up at center. It's one back by Utah. Carcone will fire that one on Hart. He'll make the save. Sissons behind the net will throw it back up top. Dursey pass over is blocked. On the right side, Vegas battling for it down low here in the corner. Mammoth will be forced to clear it back to center. Dursey regroups now in the Utah zone, back to Carcone. Grab back then by the Mammoth. They'll move it through center. Carcone back to Peterka, chips it down low into the Vegas zone. Theodore battling for it, then puck slides in there on Hart, who will make the save at 8:15. Let's take a look at the goaltenders, and there's two stats here so far tonight. Starting off on one side, you have Karel Vejmelka, .933 save percentage. I have not gotten a Schaefer card yet, no. 14 saves on 15 shots for Vejmelka. I'll keep trying, though. As for Vegas, Carter Hart, .895. Save percentage here as well. Am I in Utah? No, I am in Pennsylvania. That's where I'm streaming from. Face off here in the Vegas zone. It'll be Cooley here versus Eichel. They'll kick Cooley out. Now Yamamoto comes in. The face-off is won back then by Vegas. Braden McNabb cleared off the boards to center. Sergachev down low here for Utah. Will try and send Gunther on a 1-0 breakaway. It's chipped off the boards. Now Eichel battling forward here with Barbashev. Barbashev batting forward here on the right side. Sergachev takes it back then for Utah. Sergachev ahead then to Weegar. Chipped off the boards by Cooley, who will fire that one in there on Hart. He'll make the save. Braden McNabb down low in the corner. Vegas battling for on the right side. Stone fighting with Sergachev. Yup, Flyers got the win against Pittsburgh. We'll be live for games 2, 3, and 4 of that series. Here's Mark Stone. Ahead now through center. Stone drops it back. Down low Theodore to Stone. A shot saved by Vejmelka. Stone behind the net for Vegas. Up top, Eichel moves into the zone up top. Fires it wide. Nate Schmidt will get this one to center. Stolen back then by the Golden Knights. Eichel waits for his team to get onside. Barbashev will dump it down low into the Utah zone. I am not. On the right side, Schmidt back over then for Marner. Mitch Marner battling for it down low in the corner. Puck slides up top then for Anderson. Anderson waits. Poke checked away there by Cooley. Vegas will dump it down low. Howden over for Dorofeev. Intercepted then by Utah. They will clear it back to center. Keller fighting with Anderson. Keller gets knocked down there by Rasmus Anderson. Now Vegas carries it through. Hanifin a shot. That one's wide. Rebound's there. And that one goes through the crease. Pavel Dorofeev a good chance there. Anderson up top. Hanifin a shot. And that one is blocked. Stenlund battling for it now down low in the corner. Marner feeds it in front. Saved by Vejmelka. Puck's in the crease. Utah takes it back. And they will clear it off the boards and down the other way. Shots are 20-17 in favor of Utah. Here's Tanev. Takes for a wraparound chance. Save. Rebounds in front. And cleared away. Oh, man. A wraparound chance for Brandon Tanev. And Vegas will clear it all the way back into the Utah zone. Great pressure here by the Mammoth in game one. Dursey off the boards and backhanded all the way down low into the Vegas zone. McNabb chips it off the boards. Smith battling with Kerfoot. Shot on there is blocked. Paterka trying to get that one in the crease. It's broken up then by Hurdle. Hurdle will clear it down low. Ian Cole off the boards to center. Carcone trying to play that one ahead. Broken up then by Vegas, who will get it back to center. John Marino on the right side for Utah. Will dump it down low into the Las Vegas zone. Paterka try to get that one on the right side. Stolen back then by the Golden Knights, who will dump it down low into the Utah end. Puck will slide in there on Vejmelka. He'll give it up for Schmidt. Schmidt to Cooley. Intercepted then by the Golden Knights. Dumped down low into the Utah zone. Carcone battling for it then with Dowd. Down low in the corner. Stone backhands it around up top then to Anderson. Anderson cross-ice pass. Shot on there is blocked. Weegar fighting now with Dowd. Nick Dowd on the right side. Fires it on. That one's blocked as well. Dowd for Vegas. Throws it back up top. Shot by Kolasar is blocked in front as well. Vegas gets it back. Dowd a shot. That one's blocked as well. Wraparound chance for Stone. He jabs at that puck and cleared away. Vegas keeps it in. They'll keep on the pressure. Stone up top. Hanifin a drive. And that one is denied there as well. Utah will get it. And they try and clear it. It's kept in by Vegas. And a whistle blown dead for an offsides. It just barely came out of the zone. And Utah gets bailed out. But only for a brief moment. Vegas putting on the pressure. Trying to tie this game up here late in the second period. Great wraparound chance there for Tanev. He did not have enough of the curve to it to get it into the back of the net. But still a great play regardless. Thank you all for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. Subscribe down below if you're new. Like the stream as well. It helps out with the engagement, brings more people into the wonderful commentary. We've crossed over the 2,000 view mark here on this commentary stream. Thank you all so much for that. Oh, man. We are now at 200 people in the stream. We have 70 likes. Let's try and get to 100. Let's try and get to 100 for the second time tonight. Do I think Vegas can win this game? Certainly. Yeah, they're playing well enough that they can. Just got to get that game-tying goal. Sadly, a fluky bounce made it a 2-1 game for Utah, but I think Vegas can tie it. Is Nordic for the Nordiques? So, when I was a little kid, I started this channel when I was 12 years old. I'm 19 now. When I started this channel 6 years ago, I was 12 years old, and I was coming up with a new name for my YouTube channel, because I've already had a bunch of ones as a little kid. I came up with Nordic from the Nordiques. You are correct with that. And then the 97 came from Connor McDavid, the best player in the world. McDavid, obviously, at the time. And that's how I came up with my name here on this channel. Vegas going to tie it. We'll see, bro. Shots are 21-17 in favor of the Utah Mammoth. Face-off coming here now outside of the Utah zone. It'll be Eichel versus Schmaltz. Thank you, Gene. I love you too. Utah now will try and carry this one through center. The battle for it down low in the corner. Whistle blown dead here for an icing against the Mammoth. .404 left in period number 2. Forget Vegas. Let's go, Mammoth. Yes, sir. Mammoth are a feel-good story. You're right about that. They do definitely have that kind of feel to them. Face-off here in the Utah zone. Who can win? I think both teams can win, but I picked Utah 3-2. Here's Stone, a shot. That one goes wide there. Down low, McNabb. Back over then for Eichel. Jack Eichel here up to Theodore. He's forced out of the zone. Theodore will dump it down low into the Utah zone. Nate Schmidt here in the Utah end. Pass off the boards then for Marino. Marino battling for it then with Stone on the right side. Schmidt dumps it down low into the Utah end. Carter Hart will try and play that puck around. Jabbing at that puck there in the corner. Krause fighting for it as well up top. Dursey a shot. That one is blocked. Here come the Golden Knights the other way. Eichel ahead then for Barbashev. It's broken up. Dumped around then behind the net. Vegas regroups with it now. Korzak back over to Barbashev. Up top, Eichel. On the right side for Vegas. Cross ice pass through the crease. Korzak. Up top to Dorofeev. Back to Lazone. Jeremy Lazone back behind the net. Eichel battling for it with Weegar. 3 minutes to go here in this second period. Shots are 21-16 in favor of the Mammoth. Behind the net now with that puck, Korzak will drop it back for Jeremy Lazone. Through center now, Utah gets it back. Dursey off the boards to center. Michael Carcone back down low then with that puck. Dorofeev right side to Marner. Broken up then by the Mammoth. Here come the Utah Mammoth the other way. Kerfoot will dump it down low. Anderson battling for it then down low. Kerfoot on the right side will throw it back up to the point. Weegar back to Gunther, a shot and into the chest and glove of Carter Hart. Smoothly glove that one up. All right. Thank you all for tuning in. I'm seeing a lot of Utah in 7 in the comments. What's our series prediction, guys? Comment your series prediction in the comment section below if you haven't already. I want to get a grasp of what everybody's thinking here. Why not? Face off here in the Vegas zone. It's one back by the Golden Knights. They will clear it all the way back to center. Schmidt regroups now in the Utah zone. Here's McBain. Huge hit. Down low in the Mammoth end. Anderson. Back over to Kolasar. Kolasar tries to clear. Vegas gets it back. They'll chip it back to Smith, who will dump it back down low. Here on the right side, battling for it then, Anderson. Back up top, down low into the Mammoth end. Schmidt. Battling forward here now with Smith. On the right side, Utah trying to get this puck free. Now Anderson back up top. Right side, Dorofeev. At the point now with the Kolasar to Smith, the cut. And denied there by Vejmelka. All right, let's see what y'all are thinking. Utah in 6, Utah in 5, Vegas in 7. Wow, a lot of Utah. A lot of Utah picks. I like it. A lot of Utah picks. I'm interested. Nice. Face-off coming up here now in the Mammoth end. It's Eichel taking the draw. I forgot to stop my clock. My apologies. Let me get caught back up here really quick. Icing here against the Mammoth. Utah's doing good. They can win this series for sure. For sure. Utah in 7. Rex. That's my boy. Rex knows ball. Utah in 6, like Seattle upset Colorado in 7. I could see that. I could see that. That'd be cool. Face-off coming up here now in the Utah zone. It's Kerfoot versus Eichel with 1:27 to go. The face-off is won back by Utah. Behind the net then Sergachev over down low for Gunther, who will clear it to center. Kerfoot back over to Cooley. Cooley comes in, moves to center. What a move, what a play! Denied by Hart. Oh my Lord, Logan Cooley. Oh my goodness, that would have been absolutely nasty. He couldn't get it done. Hannafin dumps it down low into the Utah zone. Vejmelka back over to Gunther. Gunther will backhand this one down the other way. Last minute of play here in period number 2. No icing in the Vegas zone. Cleared back to center. Smith battling forward then with Marino. Whistle blown dead here at 47 seconds. Wow. What a play by Logan Cooley. He split the D, just ran out of room and time. He nearly got it on Carter Hart, but alas, couldn't get it done. That would have been a nasty play. He deked around Anderson twice. He just got tied up by Eichel. If he was able to get that shot on, he may have been able to do it. What a game from Logan Cooley, his first career playoff game. Face off in the Utah end. It's one back then by the Mammoth. Schmidt cleared off the boards. Here come the Mammoth now. It's Schmaltz into the zone. Fires it. Saved by Hart. 35 seconds to go. Schmaltz battling for it then with McNabb. Puck is cleared all the way back down low into the Utah zone. 25 seconds remaining now. Golden Knights will get it. They will dump it down low into the Utah zone. John Marino behind the Utah net. Krause to Schmaltz. Cross ice pass then for Schmidt. Schmidt up top then for Schmaltz, who carries it into the zone. Nick Schmaltz now on the right side. Drops it back for Keller. A shot that one's blocked. And Vegas will clear to center, and that will do it for period number 2. End of 2 periods here in Vegas. Goals were scored by Colton Sissons, and a fluky goal by Kevin Stenlund makes it a 2-1 lead for Utah at the end of 40 minutes of play. Setting the stage for a very, very exciting third period coming up in just a moment. That being said, folks, it is intermission time. Go get a snack. Go get a drink. Do what you got to do. We will be back for period number 3 momentarily. Is under 6.5 looking good? It's looking pretty solid right now. If I were you, I'd be pretty happy with that. I'd be pretty happy with a under 6.5. Vegas backed into the playoffs, and in 5 they will back out. We'll see, bro. We will see. Shots are 22-18 through 40 minutes of play. Thank you all for tuning in. We are about 25 subscribers away from 5,800. That is absolutely nuts. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Don't forget, we'll be live tomorrow for Flyers and Penguins and Oilers and Ducks. Those will be the 2 games that are up on the schedule tomorrow. We will step aside for a brief moment. Golden Knights and Mammoth, 3rd period coming up in a little bit. Do I play? Yes, I play roller hockey and floor hockey. I have Cats and Rats. Yes, I have. It's been a fun day. Thank you. All right, guys, I'm going to go use the bathroom really quick. I will be right back in just a moment. Alrighty, I have returned. Sorry about that, guys. Had to use the bathroom really quick. Honestly, be 1-1 if it wasn't for that fluky goal. You're right. Probably should be, to be honest with you. If there were any other circumstances, it would be. It was a little bit of a fluky goal off of Hardin Korzak into the back of the net. All right, now we take a little rest here. Update the all-time score sheet super quick. Oh, my goodness. Believe the last 3 games went under 6.5. Yup. You're right about that. All in, Mammoth finish off in the Delta Center will be epic for the franchise. Can't wait to be here. Play 11 feet altitude. Nothing golden up here. Damn right. Nothing golden up there. All right, take a quick moment of rest here, folks. Thank you all for tuning in all day. 3rd and final stream here. That is Colton Sisson's first ever goal in a commentary. Fun fact. It's his first ever goal in a live commentary stream here on the channel. Cole Smith gets the assist, as well as Braden McNabb. All right. Oh, man. We will be live tomorrow for Penguins and Flyers round 1 game 2 and Oilers and Ducks round 1 game 1. Remember that save that Holtby made in the finals? Oh yeah, I do. That was an epic save. That was a great time. It's my first year really getting into hockey, 2018. That was like 8 years ago. It's crazy. Great pennant collection, by the way. Thank you. I haven't updated them in a while. I think I have like 25 of the 32 teams. I'm pretty sure. Couple other teams there in between. Stay tuned for our day 2 recap of the playoffs and our top performers through today as well. We'll make that video and upload it here on the channel. That'll come out after these games are done tonight. Don't forget, tomorrow, too, we are releasing our Oilers versus Ducks round 1 preview. That is tomorrow as well. Making that video tomorrow here on the channel. After I take a 6-hour nap in the middle of my day. Definitely going to need one tomorrow. Thankfully, my school schedule, I only have school Monday, Wednesday, Friday in college. So, sleep in tomorrow night. I'll sleep like a rock tomorrow night for sure. $25 subscribers away from 5,800. Thank you all so much. Nearly 200 away from 6,000. That's nuts, too. Probably not connected on the McDavid picture. The banner is the number of 18. Same year he was on the NHL. Oh, really? Yeah, probably not connected. Ugh. How many hats do I have back there? One side's all my hockey hats. Thank you, Nick. I appreciate it. Means a lot, bro. Thank you for sticking in the stream. All these hats are my hockey hats. I have hats for all 32 teams. And then these are my baseball hats. These are my baseball hats right here. I'm a big baseball and hockey fan. I make content for hockey, but I love baseball. I don't know how to speak Portuguese. Sorry, bro. I don't know how to speak Portuguese. Yeah, big baseball fan. Big Phillies fan. We suck, though. So don't worry. You're not going to hear any trash talk from me. We suck. So. Favorite MLB team? The Phillies. The Phillies. Big Philadelphia Phillies fan. I know we suck. You don't need to tell me. I know. We got swept by the Braves. Braves are a big surprise. Not a surprise. Braves have really bounced back, though. It's good to see. It's, well, not great to see them. Yeah, I'm near Hatboro. I'm around the Hatboro area. I'm not going to reveal exactly where I am, but really, I didn't know that. I didn't realize he announced his retirement. Go Jays. Braves are good this year. Yeah, that's the first, like, actually good team we've played outside of, I don't know. Good one, Daniel. Good one. Especially from last year, big bounce back. Yeah, they had a lot of injuries last year. Don't like baseball. Nothing wrong with that. Speaking of baseball, going to the Angels game tomorrow for their hockey jersey giveaway. Nice. Yo, send me a picture. I haven't seen their hockey jersey one. It's probably sick as hell, though. Send me a picture when you get it. Braves are good. They have top 3 bullpens, a top 10 offense this season. Yeah. Yeah, Braves have been cooking. And they cooked against us. The Phillies was like, for the first couple of games, we put up really good pitching stats and a really good bullpen. But since then, our bullpen's kind of fallen apart. It seems like there's only a couple of good spots on the Phillies, like Justin Crawford and Painter. I didn't even see how Painter pitched today. I've been live all day. But Sanchez has been good for us. Apart from that, that's been about it. Got you, bro. Both Anaheim teams have said 6 giveaways, theme nights. Yeah, I wish the Flyers would do stuff like that. We don't ever do stuff like that. He was a beast for Philly. 87 likes here on this stream. We are 13 away from 100, guys. Thank you all so much. I greatly appreciate it. Is that Sakic in the back? What, this jersey? Yes, that is Sakic. Had that up for the Kings Avalanche game earlier. Go Vegas. Pirates have been better, not just Skeens anymore. Yeah. It's April. There's still like over 100 games to go. I'm not losing my mind all that much just yet. I have about 50 jerseys, Arvin. About 50 jerseys, a lot of them. Yeah, Pirates have been good. I love Connor Griffin. He's been a lot of fun to watch. Skeens had a good game the other day. Pirates got some good stuff going for them. It's just a matter of can Griffin keep them up. All right, third period coming up here in these next few moments, guys. We're almost there. Like to see Carolina versus Colorado. That'd be a good series. But yeah, big baseball fan. I can talk to you about hockey for a while, but I can talk to you about baseball all freaking day. I love baseball. Really got into it last year. Love going to games. Love talking all about it. My work group chat has a lot of Ducks Flyers brackets. Oh, that'd be absolutely insane. Thank you, John. Phillies will be fine. Yeah, you're probably right. It's early in the year. I think the bats will start heating up in the middle of the season, but don't expect them to do anything in the playoffs, though. I'm not expecting the Phillies to do that much in the playoffs. If they get there. I mean, at least on the bright side, the Mets have been bad, too. And he takes on the Reds. Solid team. Who'd you guys play today? I forget who you guys played today. I made my picks earlier. Let me take a look. You played the Twins. Nice little win there for you guys. 2-run double for Hins. Not too bad. Yeah, nice little walk-off win there for you guys. Or not a walk-off win. Never mind. Definitely not a walk-off win. Nice little extra inning win for you guys. Not a huge. Don't know a ton about the Reds. I know Schwarber was from Cincinnati. There were talks in the offseason of him going to Cincinnati. Solid team. They're one of those teams. There's so many teams in baseball that are just like in the middle. They're in the middle of everything. They're right there. They're just like right below or right above the line. Blue Jays finally won a game. Blowout 10-4. Yeah, the Blue Jays, they've had their struggles. They've really struggled. I definitely think like that'll even itself out. The Blue Jays, that is. I think Toronto, they have a lot of injuries too. They're missing a lot of their bullpen. Jeff Hoffman struggled this year too. They'll bounce back. Utah win, we'll see. Alrighty, everyone, let's get ready for the start of period number 3 between the Vegas Golden Knights and the Utah Mammoth. Yeah, Vegas wins in a shootout. Shootout in the playoffs, calling it right now. Second period recap. Goals were scored by not Logan Cooley, Colton Sissons and Kevin Stenley, making it a 2-1 lead for Vegas, or 2-1 lead for Utah after 40 minutes of play. Yeah, Mets are horrible, as per usual. Taking a look now at your stats through 20. Shots are 22-19 in favor of Utah. Faceoffs, 55% in favor of Vegas. Power plays, Utah 0 for 1. Vegas, nada. Hits are 40-22, and block shots are 16-6. Funny thing is, there was 5 penalties total in the opening period. There were 0 in the middle frame. We will see how many there are in this one. Will the Golden Knights tie it up, or will the Mammoth get their first ever win in the Stanley Cup playoffs? We will find out. Period number 3 between the Utah Mammoth and the Vegas Golden Knights, and we are underway. Faceoff is won back then by the Golden Knights. They will dump it out of play. Good start. Keys to the game: stay out of the penalty box for both sides. My thoughts on the Habs: they played very well today. Actually, they really struggled in the first half, but they bounced back and got the win. What's up with Vazzy? 4 goals on 20 shots? Ooh. Face-off here now in the Utah zone is won back by the Mammoth. Battling for on the right side then. Here comes Utah through center. Weegar to Schmaltz. Schmaltz will dump it down low into the Vegas end. Anderson will chip it off the boards. Barbashev gets it back to center. Here's Eichel back to Stone. Stone fires it, denied there by Vejmelka. And it goes up and out of play at 19:34. Yeah, expect for Vegas to make a pretty good push. They're definitely going to make a pretty good push here in this one. To try and come back and tie it. 5 shots was looking grim for Montreal. You're right about that, Daniel. Yep. Hell yeah, go Vegas. Face off here now in the Utah zone. Stenlund versus Howden. It's a tie-up then. Vegas will win the draw. Dorofeev Down low in the corner, battling for it then Stenlund and Howden. Logan Cooley, down low in the corner, intercepted there by Howden. A shot, deflects up in the air, and out of play. Vegas always tries their hardest in the final period. You're right about that. They're an interesting third period team. Here's Howden taking the draw now. It's going to be against Yamamoto. Vegas has 10 comeback wins in the third period. That's tied for the most in the NHL during the regular season. Theodore, back over to McNabb. Fires it on. That one's blocked. In front, they jab on Vejmelka. Marner, wraparound chance. Dorofeev with the puck in front. It's broken up. Here come the Mammoth the other way. It's Cooley. Up then to Gunther. The pass is too far ahead. And now they'll battle for it down low in the corner. Vegas gets it back. Mammoth will grab it at center. They'll regroup. Cooley back down low. Gunther nearly got sent on a pretty good opportunity, but Vegas gets it right back. Kolasar stolen back then by Utah. Dursey cross ice pass to Gunther. Gunther battling for it then on the right side. Will backhand it down low. Carcone fighting then with Hurdle. Hurdle over then for Kolasar, who will dump it down low into the Utah zone. Cole back off the boards to the right side. Eichel fires it. That one's denied. Rebounds in front. They jab it there on Vejmelka. He makes the save. Good opportunity there for Braden McNabb. But standing tall is Vejmelka. Shots are 22-20. Do I think Utah can win this series? Definitely. It's definitely possible. Face-off here in the Utah end is won back by the Mammoth. Sergachev. And the puck goes up and out of play off of that sequence. So we will step aside. We got 200 people here. Hope you guys are having a great day so far. 93 likes here on the commentary. We have crossed over the 3,000 view mark as well on this stream. Face off in the Utah end. Kerfoot taking the draw. He'll win it. Sergachev gets it back for the Mammoth. Now they'll bank it off the boards and back into the Vegas zone. Carcone battling for it then with Kerfoot. Kerfoot behind the net then, trying to get that one in front. Here's McBain. Up top to Sergachev. A shot. That one trickles wide of heart. Golden Knights will move it back to center. Utah trying to grab that one on the right side. Stolen back then by Korzak. Up top then Kolasar. Will dump it down low into the Utah zone. Smith fighting with Tanev. Schmidt off the boards then for Peterka. Peterka then for Tanev. Tanev will dump it down low into the Vegas end. Huge in the corner. Tanev loses his helmet. Utah takes it back. Marino up top. Schmidt a shot. That one's blocked. Up top, Marino gets it back. Marino back over to Peterka. Fires it wide. On the right side, Krause a drive. Denied there as well. Up top, Marino. Back down low to Peterka. Peterka then for Stenlund. Stenlund will dump it off the boards then. Marino up top. John Marino now back over then for Schmidt. Will bank it down low to Stenlund. Kevin Stenlund back up top for Krause. Krause to Armia. Or not Armia, Marino. Something like that. I'm tired, guys. Don't get mad at me, please. Thank you, Peter. Vejmelka will take it back behind his own net. Shots are now dead even here in this third period. About 4 minutes gone. Keller off the boards and back down low into the Vegas zone. McNabb ahead then for Barbashev. He's tripped. Will that be a penalty? Yes, it will. Here's Eichel down the right side. He's got some room in front. Pass over is broken up. Empty net here for the Golden Knights on the delayed call. McNabb fires it and just wide. The Mammoth will touch, and we are going to get a Vegas power play. Down by one, the Golden Knights will head to the man advantage. It is on Kerfoot for a tripping call on Barbashev. And this is a massive opportunity here for the Golden Knights to tie the game. A massive chance. We'll see if they get it here. Who won, Bruins or Sabres? The Sabres won that game. 4-3. Golden Knights power play with 16:15 remaining. Face off here now in the Utah zone. Hurdle versus Stenlund. Off the draw, Golden Knights win it. Eichel up top, Marner fires it just wide of Hamelka. Hurdle down low in the corner. Thrown back up top then to Jack Eichel. Eichel up top to Marner. Shoots it again. That one's blocked. Kevin Stenlund trying to clear. Sergachev racing for that puck. Cleared around to the right side, then back up top. Marner holds it to the line, fires it on. It goes up in the air and back behind the net. Stenlund battling for it then with Stone. Eichel up top to Marner. Marner over then for Eichel. Jack Eichel here on the right side for Vegas. Marner at the point. Marner to Eichel. Eichel up top, Marner shoots it, deflected, saved by Mamelka. Eichel keeps it in the zone. Eichel battling for it then, stolen back by Stenlund, who will dump it down the other way. Carter Hart throws it through center, broken up by the Mammoth. They'll dump it down low again. Halfway through the power play, Marner will drop it back then for Eichel. Eichel into the zone for Dorofeev. Dorofeev at the point then for Vegas. Time winding down on the power play. Vegas is yet to get a shot. Eichel over to Stone. Up top, Marner. Marner back to Eichel. Eichel on the outside. Good job by the Mammoth. They're holding the Knights to the outside. Marner fumbles a shot. Hurdle at center. Fires it. And that one goes wide. Dorofeev battling for it down low then with Eichel. Hurdle. Up top then to Marner. Marner to Eichel. Time winding down on the Vegas power play. Stone. Pass over Marner down low. It's in the crease. They score! Mark Stone! We are tied! Power play goal for Mark Stone, and we are tied at 2 here in the third period. The Vegas power play, after giving us some doubts after the first couple of minutes there. Mark Stone on the rebound on Karel Vizmelka. And the Golden Knights have tied the game at 2 here in the third period. "37th playoff goal with the Golden Knights, the most in team history. Many Golden Knights fans will remember he scored the hat trick in Game 5 3 years ago to give Vegas their first ever Stanley Cup. Off the boards then, Utah will try and clear. Down low in the corner, Colton Sissons battling for it then with Dursey. On the right side, Brett Howden battling for it there as well. McBain below the line then, trying to clear it back to center. Here's Gunther, fires it, saved there by Hart, as the Mammoth rushed it back down the other way. Vegas will clear it back down low into their own zone. They'll regroup. Down low here now, Jeremy Lazone will chip this one off the boards back into the Utah zone. Sergachev back over then, and he'll move it through center, a 2-on-2. He'll poke check it down low into the corner. Carcone battling for on the right side. Alex Kerfoot there as well. Tie up here down low in the corner. Loud, let's go Vegas chance here. This arena's woken up. Sergachev a shot. And that one goes up and out of play at 13:08. Shots are even at 24 apiece. Mark Stone from Hurdle and Marner. Marner's first point as a Golden Knight in the playoffs. It's a 2-2 hockey game. Thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate it. Subscribe down below if you're new. Like the stream as well. We are less than 20 subs away from 5,800. We have reached over 100 likes here on this commentary. Thank you all so much. I really appreciate it. Wouldn't bet my life on this Vegas team. Yeah. Great game. You're damn right. You're right about that, John. John Charles. So I did say Mammoth win 3-2. My prediction's still correct. I think I'm pretty sure I'm 3 for 3 today so far. I said the Avs would win game 1. I said the Habs would win their first game. I said the Sabres would win. I'm 3 for 3 so far today, guys. I didn't think this would happen. We have 230 people here in the commentary. Thank you all so much for that. And your guys' continued support, it means the world to me. All right. Watched Utah this year. They were tough. They definitely are, yeah. In this series, best 5 or 7 games. I said 6. I said Vegas in 6. I would love a 7-game series, though. I would love all these games to go to 7. Overtime game, we'll see. We will see. We'll be here for it. I am from Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. Mark Stone from there too. Nice. Welcome to the stream, Dan. Face-off coming up here now in the Vegas zone. One back by the Golden Knights. 13 minutes to go in regulation. We are tied at 2. Icing here at 13:01 in the Vegas zone. Puck will come back down the other way. Habs in 6 games. I'm not certain about it, AK, but that's who I picked. We'll see if the Habs win in 6 games. They played well today. We'll be live for games 3 and 4 of that series. Face off here now in the Las Vegas zone. It's going to be Smith taking the draw here now against Schmaltz. The face-off is won back then by the Golden Knights. Hannafin behind the net. Poke check there by Schmaltz. Battling for on the right side. Hannafin will get it back to center. Smith through the zone. Battling for now on the right side. Sissons back over to Weegar. Intercepted by Vegas. Dowd down low. Sissons up top. Hannafin fires it. Tipped in front. They score! The Golden Knights have taken the lead. It's Noah Hannafin. 3-2 Vegas. Or I'm sorry, Nick Dowd. I thought they said Hannafin on the broadcast. I couldn't tell at first. Regardless of who it is, the Knights have taken the lead. What a tip in front. That was off the Hannafin shot. Good tip by Dowd, and it goes into the back of the net. What a play. It's 3-2 Vegas. It's Nick Dowd, his first goal of the playoffs for the Golden Knights, assisted by Hannafin and Sissons. Multi-point game for Colton Sissons. Who would have thought? It's 3-2 Vegas. We will see if the Mammoth can answer. Gunther drops it back to Marino. Marino back to Gunther. Gunther with some room. Comes in. Shot there. Goes up. And out of play. Utah's not done yet. Wish I could see this game live. It's insanely good. If this game goes to overtime, what's my limit? I'll stay live till the game's over. I'll stay live till the game's over, Tim. Come on. I ain't a loser. I'll stay live till the game's over. That'll be my worst fear, though. I kind of want it. I'm not going to lie, I kind of want it to go to overtime. 3-2 Golden Knights with 12:13 to go in the third period. Face-off coming up here now in the Vegas zone. It's won back by the Golden Knights. Jeremy Lazone will clear it all the way back into the Utah zone. That's an icing at 12:04 for an icing there against the Golden Knights. Going 3-1, looks like it. Looks like I'm going 3-1 today. Face-off coming up here now in the Las Vegas zone. Durzi below the line then for Utah. Behind the net then getting it back is Anderson. Up top to Marner. Here's Marner through center. He'll dump it down low. In the corner, Durzi. Back to Krause. Here's Durzi now taking it with speed the other way. Chipped back into the Las Vegas zone. You're going to bet if it goes to overtime? Oh, Jesus, Trevor. It can't go to OT? All right, well, so far you're doing pretty well for yourself. 11.5 minutes to go in the third. Shots are 25-23 in favor of Vegas. Kolasar into the zone. Back down low. Smith fires it. Save there. If it becomes a 2-goal game, it's game over. Shot from the point goes wide. Battling for on the right side then. Hurdle. Back off to Cole. Durzi on the right side then for Peterka. Peterka trying to clear. Back over then now for Carcone, who will flip this one to center. Chip back down low into the Utah zone. Peterka fighting with Hannafin. Approaching the halfway mark of period number 3. At the point now, Sergachev. Sergachev fires it wide there of Hart. Peterka pass in front's broken up. Here come the Knights the other way. Smith battling for it now on the right side. Puck will slide back down low into the Vegas zone. Turnover in front. Golden Knights have it. Smith down low in the Utah end. Broken up by Sergachev. He's knocked down to the ground. Smith down low in the corner. This fourth line for Vegas has been phenomenal tonight. Banked off the boards and backhanded down low into the Utah zone. Weegar. Back over then for Cooley. Here's Cooley with speed. He's got some room. Cooley comes in. Pass up top then for Keller. Through the legs. Waits. Pass over. Broken up. Knights try and get it back. Banks it down low into the corner. Now Stone battling for it. Stone. Back over to McNabb. Captain by Utah. Marino fires it. Blocked. Cooley caught a chance there. And Keller on the right side. Back up top. Shot on. Denied by Carter Hart. What a stop. Golden Knights will clear it back to center. It is pandemonium here in Vegas. Nick Schmaltz now with speed through center. Battling for it then with Tanev and broken up by Vegas. Here comes Howden. Howden back to Dorofeev. A shot saved by Bimelka. Keller. Back over then to Schmaltz. Here's Schmaltz now. Cross-ice pass ahead to center. Schmaltz into the zone. Looks for options now. He'll take it behind the net. Tied up with Hannafin. Schmaltz knocked into the corner. Vegas gets it back. They will clear it. Back into the Utah zone. Not enough for an icing. 11 minutes gone here in period number 3. Vegas has a 1-goal lead. Subscribe down below if you're new. Like the stream as well. Ian Cole chips it off the boards to center. Battling for it then is McBain with Korzak. Korzak will clear this off the board. Shot on there, saved by Hart. And he will play it. Jeremy Lazone, turnover forced there, but Turker back to McBain. He had a backdoor lane open, but could not get the puck on his stick. Vegas will clear it back to center. McBain battling with Kolasar, whistle blown dead. For I think a hand pass or something. I'm not sure. Some good saves here for Carter Hart. He's played well down the stretch. Nick Dowd with the go-ahead goal following the Mark Stone game tire. It's a 3-2 lead for Vegas here in the second half of the third period. Thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate it. Subscribe down below if you're new. Like the stream as well. It helps out with the engagement, brings more people into the commentary. Utah just needs a power play. We'll see, man. We'll see if they can get one. There hasn't been a lot of power plays tonight. Only 2 total. All right. Less than 20 subscribers away from 5,800. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Then why are you here, Lee? Brady going after Stahl in the opening draw was a huge mistake. Play defense, Vegas. Yeah, Vegas got to start locking it on the back end for sure. It was awesome for you to be here, Daniel. Thank you. Couldn't do it without you guys. All right. Face off here now outside of the Utah zone, won by the Golden Knights. They'll dump it down low. McBain battling for it then on the right side. Down low now behind the net. Up top, Vegas gets it back. Eichel a shot, goes wide of Vejmelka. Down low, Sergachev. Will clear it back to center. McBain on the right side battling for that puck. Carcone regrouping with it now on the right side back to Weegar. Weegar drops it back to Sergachev. Here's Gunther. Gunther fires it. That one's blocked. Vegas will get it back to center. They will dump it down low into the Utah zone. Here's Ian Cole, who regroups with it now in the Utah zone. 7.5 minutes to go in the third period. Vegas will dump it down low into the Utah zone. Cole behind the net. Peterka trying to bank that one to center. Vegas gets it back on the right side. Marner fires it on Vejmelka, who makes the save. Alex Kerfoot then back over to Carcone, who carries it into the zone. Carcone, circle around up top, shot on. Dursey a chance. That was denied. Peterka back up top. Down low now, Peterka on the right side. Fires it on. That one goes through behind the net. And a shot on there denied by Hart. Less than 7 minutes to go here in period number 3. Shots are 28-25 in favor of the Golden Knights. Let's take a look at the goaltender stats here tonight so far. Karel Vejmelka, 25 saves on 28 shots. He has an .893 save percentage. While Carter Hart has a .920 with 23 saves on 25 shots. Face-off coming up now here in the Vegas end. Face-off won by the Mammoth. Marino, cross-ice pass to Schmidt. Shoots it on, it's blocked. Vegas will clear it back to center. Marino gets it back then for the Mammoth. Marino then back to center. Down, one on a breakaway. He comes in, denied by Vejmelka. What a save for Vejmelka on a 1-0, as it was a bad turnover there by Utah. Mammoth battling for it down low in the corner. They will clear it back to center. Delayed offsides against the Mammoth. 6:20 left to go. Cooley back over to Gunther. Gunther will drop it down low. Marino. Over then for Schmidt. Nate Schmidt up to Gunther. He's offsides. Are you serious? Oh, Dylan Gunther nearly got sent on a 1-0 breakaway, but he was offsides. Oh, man. Wasn't looking at the screen, too. Thank God it was offsides. And now we got a little physical tussle going on here down low. We'll see if there's any penalties that come out of that. Hopefully, Vegas did not take any penalties on that. Doesn't look like it. It looks like there's going to be, or maybe there is a call here. I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know if Gunther heard the whistle. He shot the puck after the whistle was blown. I don't think he heard it. So he just shot it just because. So you got to give Gunther the benefit of the doubt. And we're going to get some 4-on-4 here for these next 2 minutes. Shots are 28-27 in favor of Vegas. Some 4-on-4 hockey coming up here in these next 6 minutes. Will the Mammoth tie it? Will the Golden Knights win? We'll find out. Thank you all for tuning in, though. I appreciate it. All right. Face-off coming up here now. It's probably going to be either in the neutral zone or in the Vegas zone. I think it'll be in the neutral zone. Well, obviously will be. It's an offside, so it'll be in the neutral zone. Stupid me. Sounds like you're taking the wrong bets. Huh. Maybe you need to get better advice. 4-on-4. Face-off in the Utah zone is won back then by the Mammoth. Mammoth over then on the right side, Sergachev. Anybody who picked under 6.5 should be rooting for Vegas right now. Theodore. Down low in the Vegas zone. Theodore, Sergachev runs into Hart. Hopefully Hart's all right. Hart looks okay. Here's Eichel. On the right side, battling for it then with Keller. Down low in the corner. Sergachev. In the Utah end. Back over then to Weegar. Weegar will deke it now through center. Drops it back then for Marino. Marino to Schmaltz. Over to Keller. He fumbles the pass. They'll force it back out to center. Approaching crunch time. Here's Schmaltz. He's got some room. Schmaltz comes in. Saved by Hart. He couldn't get enough oomph on that puck. Schmaltz back down low in the corner. Keller battling for it as well. Puck will slide back over to the right side then. Schmidt trying to keep that one in. Vegas forces it back to center. 5 minutes to go here in regulation. It is a 3-2 lead for Vegas. Logan Cooley into the zone. Hit off the puck there by Barbashev. Vegas will get it back to hold it down low. Cleared all the way down into the Mammoth end. Icing at 4:43 against Vegas. And there's a big advantage there for Utah. They can get a face-off here in the Las Vegas zone. I know, right? It is stressful. Face-off here now in the Las Vegas zone. 4:43 to go. Face-off won by Utah. Yamamoto to Sergachev. Sergachev shoots it. It goes wide. Dursey down low in the corner fighting with Marner. Turnover there as the Knights will get it back to center. Barbashev pass back down low to Hannafin. Hannafin then for Marner. Marner will look for options then for Vegas. Ahead then with that puck is Howden. Howden battling for it with Sergachev. Getting it back down low is Dursey. 4-on-4 is going to come to a close here in just a moment. Dursey to center. Gunther plays it back to the Golden Knights. I'm sure he meant to do that. Vegas will dump it down low into the Utah zone. We are back to 5v5. Final 4 minutes of play. At the point, Theodore dumps it down low to Kolasar. Kolasar in the corner, back to Sissons. At the point now, Theodore. Utah needs to get this puck. Theodore, back down low to the corner. Over then for Sergachev behind the Utah net. Mikhail Sergachev, cross-ice pass to Dursey. Off the boards and down low into the Vegas zone, and it's going to be a no icing. I thought it might be an icing for a second. Vegas will carry this one through center, back over to Kolasar. Getting to it first is Cole. 3.5 minutes to go. Cole, back to Weegar. Weegar will play it to center. Schmaltz with some room. Pass up top. Keller tied up there on the right side. Stone back to Weegar. Weegar fires it. Saved by Hart. Hanifin battling for it down low in the corner. Eichel gets it back. They will try and clear it. It's kept in. Krause to Schmaltz. Schmaltz will play it back down low. He's tripped. Golden Knights will take it back. They'll play it through center. Stone will gain the line. He'll dump it into the Utah zone. Less than 3 minutes to go here in regulation. Keep an eye out for Vejmelka. Puck will slide in there on Hart. Gunther trying to take that one back. Cooley up top to Marino. Marino down low for Cooley. Cooley, cross-ice pass to Marino. Fires it through the crease and denied by Hart through the traffic. And we get a stoppage at 2:31. Vejmelka will stay in the net. I repeat, Vejmelka's staying in the net, at least as of now. We will step aside one last time. Utah and Golden Knights. 3-2 Vegas. Shots are 29-29 collectively. Thank you, John. I appreciate it. We are 15 subs away from 5,800. What a crazy day. Thank you all so much for tuning in. And with that being said, too, we have crossed over the 4,000 view mark on this commentary stream. Thank you all so much for that. It's greatly appreciated. We have 300 people here in the chat. All right. Face-off coming up in the Las Vegas zone. If we tie, we go to overtime. You are correct. You are correct, Chloe. Let me know in the comments who's winning this game. Are the Golden Knights going to hold on, or will the Mammoth get a tying goal? $311 people here in the chat. The record for the most amount of people in an NHL-related commentary is 317. Face-off coming up here now in just a moment. It looks like Torgny talking to his team. I'm not sure they called the timeout. It'll be 2.5 minutes to go. 2:33 exactly on the dot. Face-off coming up here now. It's going to be in the Vegas zone. Got 10K on Utah. Oh, my God. We'll see how long it takes for them to pull Vejmelka. The face-off is won back by the Golden Knights. Mammoth get to it first, though. Peterka behind the net then for Carconi. Peterka throws it up top then for Schmidt. Schmidt will dump it down low into the corner. On the right side then, getting to it first is Dowd. Down low, Theodore. Keep an eye out for Vejmelka. McNabb will steal this puck then for Vegas. They will clear it back to center. Schmidt regrouping now with it on the right side. 2 minutes to go here in regulation. Vegas leads Utah 3-2 in game one. Puck is dumped down low into the Vegas zone. Hannafin gets it back. It's kept in by Utah. Krause to Keller. Broken up. Hannafin battling for in the corner. There goes Vejmelka. He goes to the bench. Vegas fires from the empty net. They hit it. As soon as Vejmelka gets onto the bench, the Golden Knights fire it down the other way, and they're going to win game one. Empty net goal for Ivan Barbashev. And the Golden Knights come back from down 2-1 here in this third period. They score 3 unanswered. And they take the win here in the first game of this exciting series. This is a fun game. No overtime tonight. No overtime tonight, guys. Not in this one, at least. Please do not spam, Crimson. Please do not spam. Face off here at center then is a tie-up, and now things... And now we got a line brawl. Wonderful. Everybody fighting each other at center circle. Awesome. What did I tell you? Knights will win it all. Empty net goal for Ivan Barbashev. His first goal of the playoffs. First point as well. 1:39 to go here in regulation. This one should be done. Face-off coming up here now. It's going to be at center ice after everybody started fighting each other. Let's try it again. Face-off. Here at center. It's a tie-up at center. They blow it dead immediately. We'll try that again. Man, can we just drop the puck? It's Kolasar versus Cooley. We'll see if Utah pulls the goalie again. Face-off is a tie-up at center. It's won back then by Vegas. Anderson will chip it down low in on Vejmelka. He'll play it down low. Sergachev battling for it then in the corner. Cooley takes it ahead then for Utah through center. Cooley to Gunther. A shot saved by Hart. 1:20 to go here in the third period. Utah will pull Vejmelka again. Puck will slide back to center. Mammoth will regroup. Sergachev, as we approach the final minute. Gunther will dump it down low into the Vegas zone. They will clear it back down into the Utah zone. That will be an icing at exactly 1 minute to go. Face-off coming up here now in the Vegas zone. It's going to be Carcone taking the draw against Sissons. Face-off won by Gunther. A shot on there goes wide. Keller back down low. Still an empty net here for Utah. Schmaltz battling for it then. Keller's there as well. Keller to Schmaltz. A shot on there is tipped. Back over to Gunther. A drive. And that one is blocked. Gunther. Up top, Cooley comes in, past to Keller. What a save by Carter Hart. 35 seconds to go. Keller, up top, Gunther. Gunther to Sergachev, down low to Keller, another chance. Hart makes the save. Keller, back in front, up top, Sergachev. Over then for Keller, 25 seconds to go. Keller at the point then, down low to Cooley. Cooley, up top to Keller. Keller to Sergachev. Sergachev shoots it, save. Keller gets it back on the right side, pass through the crease, nobody is there. 10 seconds left, Sergachev a shot, that one goes wide. Down low now, Gunther behind the net. Dylan Gunther back to Cooley, a shot saved by Hart, rebounds there. Poke checked away, And that'll do it. The Golden Knights get the 4-2 win, and the fisticuffs keep on getting thrown here in Game 1. Final score, Vegas 4, Utah 2. 3 unanswered goals by the Golden Knights here in this third period. What a game. That was a fun game to watch, even if the ending wasn't the greatest in the world. What a game. Utah racked up a lot of shots there in those last couple of seconds. Carter Hart's loving that. Helps out his save percentage for sure. All right. That will do it for me tonight. Thank you all so much for tuning in. We started off the day. Thank you, Jim. We started off the day streaming LA and Colorado. Went from that to Montreal, Tampa. Streamed a little bit of Sabres and Bruins. And ended off here with Mammoth and Golden Knights. We will be live tomorrow for 2 commentaries tomorrow. The Pittsburgh Penguins and the Philadelphia Flyers Game 2. And Oilers versus Ducks Game 1 back-to-back. It should be a phenomenal week this week. It was a great weekend. We tallied up probably close to over 15,000 views on all the live streams. Thank you all so much for that. I greatly appreciate it. But the grind does not stop here. We will be back tomorrow. 2 more commentaries. Thank you all for tuning in. I will see you guys in the next stream.